What's going on, guys? This podcast is brought to you by Marek Health, and I have been working with them for some time now. Now, originally, I got a whole host of blood markers checked. I had my hormones optimized. I had everything explained to me that was going wrong, that we needed to fix. And to be honest with you, this is just something that a regular doctor, family doctor, or most traditional doctors don't want to do, don't want to recommend, or even more so, just don't understand. This is my page. This is the RBP page at marekhealth.com. If you check it out, you see the different lab panels or checkup panels that you can get. Listen, one of the things that is so important about Marek is they treat everybody individually. No two people are the same, and no two people are going to get the same recommendations. This is not a cookie cutter system. This is very individualized, and that is the most important. You're not going to get this type of nuance in any other place that you go to, and that's why I've chosen them to work with. This is about taking a completely healthy athlete and optimizing their nutrition and optimizing their health, optimizing their hormones to make sure they can succeed faster and better than the average guy who does not know what's going on with their body. Guys, check out marekhealth.com/RBP. Use code RBP at checkout and learn how to get your body in sync so you can keep growing and keep being the best you can be. Let's get rolling. What's going on, boys? We're all here at the same time.
Okay.
Paul, you look like you're half asleep. Are you just stoned or are you half asleep?
Little bit of both.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It is getting the wee hours of the night.
Ian, you're looking a little tired. Diet taking its toll, or what? Are you just tired from the trip this weekend?
Well, no, I feel good. I feel good today. I mean, it's yeah, feel good.
So I think that
I'm just like physically tired, but I feel good still.
Yeah, I think the weekend was a fucking hit.
It was an awesome week, man. I mean, your show you put on a really good production. Like, that was a really good show. It was a really good experience to guest pose at. You could tell that the people that were there, a lot of them were there because it was your show.
Yeah.
Like, not because it was just a CPA show that worked out in the time that they wanted to qualify. They went because they wanted to compete at your show, which was cool,
Yeah. I think me and Paul have developed a reputation for having like the bodybuilding show.
The show.
Yeah, it's become
when you think of CPA shows across Canada, like the level ones, like you think of your show. That's like the show.
Yeah, but it's funny. Our show is more predominantly men. Like, if you go to let's say Chris Wong has a really good show.
Yeah.
But Chris Wong's show, and I don't want to speak out of turn in case I'm wrong, but I feel like more women do his show.
I would agree with that.
And more bodybuilders and men do our show.
That's going to make sense. Like, with your this demographic,
That's right.
Yeah, and we always get high caliber bodybuilders too.
I was going to say that's one of the things we take pride in. Somebody was telling me, one of the athletes backstage was telling me, she was like, I really want to do this show because I know this is where the competition is.
Yeah.
And I was like, it made me feel good.
If I was competing as an amateur now, and it's like, I got to do a level 1 show, I'd be going to do Fouad show. Like, that seems like the most prestigious level 1 title,
Yeah, it's like the measuring stick to see if you're ready for a pro qualifier.
It's like the Arnold Classic of.
It is. It's the Arnold Classic of the CPA.
Yeah, we got to change it.
You took over that. You took over that position though too, from like when I was like coming up. Remember, like Mindy had a good show.
Yep.
Like, that was like that Port Credit show in the fucking high school would always be like the one where people.
Well,
that was it.
I think when we were coming up, and I don't know if Mindy had taken over when you were competing, Mike, but originally that was built by Laura Benetti and Melanie Horton.
Yeah,
that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
They built that show into like a really, really good show, and then they had to pass it off.
Yeah.
But
when I started competing, like the Ottawa shows, like 2010 through 14 were like really good shows too. Like, there was really good.
There was a fucking awesome venue when we were like coming up, was London.
Yeah.
The Centennial Hall. Centennial Hall.
Centennial Hall. Yeah.
Nobody uses that hall anymore. I haven't seen a show there in years.
Doesn't Stephanie Worsfold use that hall?
No. She's at the London Music Hall or something like that this year.
Oh, that's right. Okay. You know what?
Actually, sorry, I interrupt. I have a judging question before I forget for Paul.
Yeah.
If you're a judge, and I know you guys don't judge them, especially in amateur shows, let's be serious, like other than fitness, posing routines. If someone had a lot of profanity in their song, would that change your image of them as a judge? And would it be different at the pro ranks or amateur ranks?
Well, you're subject to disqualification if there's profanity in your music.
Oh, there is.
So yeah,
even
so
pro show, you think they would that's a thing?
Yeah, I mean, I've never done it, and I've never seen anyone disqualified for it. But I've seen pose music stop though halfway through because
That happened to me. That happened to me.
Really?
I was using one of Rob Bailey's songs, and I was so stubborn. He told me I think he told me like a week. He's like, "Yeah, bro, you can." We were on texting terms for a minute, and he's like, "Yeah, bro, you can use my song." And then I'm like, cool. And then he said, "Oh, but there's a edited version with no swearing."
Oh, this is Beast.
But I was so far. No, it wasn't Beast. It was I don't forget the name. I was so far gone with anti-estrogens and shit that I couldn't even bother. I couldn't even be bothered to change the song or even respond. I was like, whatever. So I go on stage. The minute they say "fuck," the music stops. I'm like, motherfucker, right? So I don't know if it affected my placing. I ended up in second at that show.
Yeah, but it's a better example, Ian. Like if you get a classic guy come out to do his routine and he's doing it to like heavy metal music and he's hitting hardcore shots, like that could potentially place him lower.
Yeah, okay, I could see that for sure. Yeah, that would place
potentially.
Do you remember? I don't know if you were at this now. Yeah, you would have been there. What year was that? Between 14 and 16, maybe. Nationals when Dana Baker and Tony Sierra got kicked off stage for flexing their butts.
Yeah, I wasn't
talking
there,
about this.
But yeah.
Well, you weren't on that podcast. We were talking about, I think, like 4 or 5, 6 podcasts ago. We
really?
Yeah.
No.
Were you were on with us? We brought this up.
Remember.
Yeah, they were shaking their asses on stage, like they were
during the pose down.
Down. They were trying to make them clap or something like that. I can't remember.
They were like Dana like flexed them and relaxed them, and then Tony flexed them and like a bit, and then Dana like did it like 3 or 4 times, like kind of pulsating them, And then it was Debbie, I think it was.
Yes, it was.
Debbie stopped. She's like, "Stop the music!" Numbers 14 and 16 off stage.
and she was going to make sure they never won another class as long as she was a judge again.
Oh, yeah.
But seriously though,
emasculated the shit out of them. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Think about though, how big a fucking deal is that? Like they're on stage.
A tough lady.
I know, but they're on stage in their fucking underwear.
She's a tough
anyway.
lady,
Yeah.
I agree with you, Fouad. I agree with you. But yeah, remember, she just had this.
I understand.
She was tough with you.
She was tough with me.
But the crazy thing is, if that happened in a pro show pose down, that would be like hilarious.
That'd be fine, yeah.
Like no one would ever say anything if Rolly Winkler started like pulsating his ass on the Olympia stage. No.
Well, you did it. You did it during your guest.
Yeah, on our stage.
That's a guest pose. That's loud.
So I have a question. How high were you or drunk were you? I don't what did you
Neither.
Did Mike take care of you?
Yeah, Mike gave me some out of it and it was good. Yeah.
Is that why you were so chill?
Am I allowed to say that?
I don't know.
Of course.
Why not?
For those listening who haven't seen we're going to probably post everything as it comes in. I haven't got the video from the weekend yet though. Ian goes out, hits like 3 poses, then turns around, starts shaking his ass. I'm like, he's got to be fucking. I'm like, this guy was anxiety ridden yesterday.
Letting it out, man. You just have to let it loose.
It was good though, man. You went into the crowd.
Yeah, your crowd. That was a fucking awesome crowd.
Oh, they mobbed you.
I could have spent another 30 minutes in that crowd.
Oh yeah.
They mobbed you, man, and you were in the crowd for like the whole time, pretty much. You didn't even guess.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah,
it was awesome.
That was after the T-shirt gun. Go ahead.
Yeah,
that thing was a fucking cannon.
I know. I think it was awesome.
People's heads off.
I love the sound it made.
So I brought out a T-shirt cannon, and I brought it out just before Ian went on because I wanted to get the crowd kind of hyped up for when he came out. So it went over fucking great. I think we gave away like 30, 40 shirts, which Mike, I still don't have the invoice for. So,
okay, don't worry. It's in the mail. It's in the mail.
Come on, man. Okay, so Mike was good enough to provide us with the shirts, which I still have to pay for.
Oh, those shirts! You made those shirts, Mike?
Mike made the FAC RBP shirts
with like the names, with the nicknames on the back.
Yeah,
that was awesome, Mike. Thank you.
I never got one, by the way.
Ryan,
someone stole yours.
That's not
one of your employees had it for himself.
Ryan Kehoe, if you're watching this,
Wash it and mail it to me.
Wash it and bring it to my gym. You can train at my gym and then I'll mail it to Iain.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's not his fault. When we got there, I was like, okay, I got to give some to all the volunteers.
Yeah.
And I forgot that we only had one 4X. So I was like, who wants the 4X? And he was like, I'll take it. So I'm like, and then about an hour later, I was like, oh, fuck, that was Iain.
That's all good.
Anyway, no. So yeah, the t-shirt cannon thing went over great. I tried to hit this guy right in the chest. He was like, because he was only like 10 feet out. He's like, me. I'm like, it's gonna fucking hurt. he's like, it's okay, I can take it. I'm like, all right.
Blow him back. You hit your nephew Dane.
Yeah. You made me feel cool as a motherfucker with that smoke though, because I didn't even know that you were doing that. And like, when and I'm like walking out, the smoke kind of attaches to me. It looks so cool.
Yeah, that was a cool smoke machine. It kind of rolled out on the ground.
Yeah, it kind of rolled. I didn't know you were doing that. I was like, this is sick.
We forgot.
Paul, did you tell them to do the smoke, or did they just know that was?
Do you remember when we went and talked to them, Fouad? We asked, and they asked us if we wanted a smoke machine again, and we were like, "Yeah, I think we forgot." Yeah, because you didn't bring it up again until the end.
We paid extra for that, Iain.
Yeah, we did.
You gotta hook me up. Yeah, I need some money back.
I'll give you some back. Give me some money, I'll give it
back. So Kevin Hamden, the mentalist, that was there.
That's honestly one of the stories I've told a lot of people. That shit is fucking wild.
I want to say something before we get into it real quick. Just a show note for people that were at the show and competitors, because I felt bad about this. So Kevin did 2 shows. He did one show that was half an hour long during the podcast. We kind of cut the podcast into 2 sections. And then he did another set at night after the men were done, before the women went on. And that set seemed to have taken 45 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
So I think for the athletes that were sitting backstage, it might have been a little bit too long of a wait to kind of sit there before, because there was intermission and then he went on. So it was kind of like there was like an hour and 15 minutes there where they were just sitting around. So we went back. Iain and Melissa came with me. We went back and apologized. I think, Paul, you went back after I was done.
Yeah, after you guys did, yeah.
We kind of went back to the pump-up room. We apologized to all the girls. We said, look, we tried something new. We put an entertainment set in the middle of the finals. Took a little bit too long. We apologized for like making you guys wait. Everybody seemed to be pretty responsive and pretty thankful just for the apology.
Yeah.
And then we got on with the show. But just for record, I don't think we'll do it again at the night show, but I do.
It was great as part of the podcast.
Yeah, as part of the podcast, I think it went over really, really
awesome.
well.
Yeah.
Well, because I think people were watching us get fucked with.
That's it. It's a 2-for-1 for them. They get to see it, but they get to see it on people that they're there to watch anyways on the podcast. You know.
Yeah.
And they know our personalities, no reaction, so it's like funnier. You know.
His show at night was fucking wild, though.
Listen, don't get me wrong. If
I didn't see it, I would gone back to shower after my.
If you watch the show at night, you were fucking blown away. But I just feel bad for the athletes, because our show, Paul, has always been athlete first, then everything else.
Yeah.
So I felt bad that we upset some of the athletes by making them wait too long or whatever.
Yeah,
so
I think it meant a lot to them though for you guys to go back there and say that.
Well, I thought of it from, we've been athletes. I thought of it from my own perspective. I'm like, man, if I thought I was going out in half an hour and ended up being an hour and a half or whatever, I would probably be kind of annoyed too. So I felt like it was important.
Yeah, people are anxious backstage, they're nervous.
Maybe in the future, if we are going to do that, what we could do is let people know at registration.
So they're expecting it. Yeah.
We can just say, look, if you're coming to the night show and you're a girl, because girls are second half of the show, you can just show up at intermission and you'll have about 45 minutes to get ready.
Right. Yeah.
That way they're not sitting there waiting and they have, you know what I mean? We could also do that if we want to do it again.
Yeah. Because I did like having that. I thought that was really cool for a show.
Anyway, for people wondering, Paul got fucked with pretty good.
Yeah.
We all did.
Paul's wife got fucked with pretty good.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she's still freaked out.
She got the night show, eh? He heard words in her head or some shit.
Yeah, she's still freaked out by it. She's not someone that like easily believes that stuff, but she swears she heard a voice in her head. She can't get over it.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Well, I said that to her also. I said, hey, you know what? Maybe he just whispered it to you and you didn't realize it. And she's like, no, it was a woman's voice.
Yeah, like I said, she's my wife's not someone to believe in supernatural stuff, No, she's a very she's very highly educated. She's like, She's more like a prove it kind of person, like show me kind of person. So for her to be freaked out by it, like, I don't know. I've never seen her freaked out like this.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts. And then I think I got to tell you, it was nice having Melissa as part of the podcast.
Yeah, she enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah, it was nice having like a female perspective.
Yeah.
And kind of getting that. I felt like I was prodding her a little too much at first. So I'm like, I better stop asking her questions. But it was just nice. It was nice to have like a fresh perspective.
Prodding you too much? No. She said.
Well, because I know she was uncomfortable to go out in the first place.
Yeah, she'd never done anything like that at all.
That's what I mean. So I was like, I don't want to. I'm like,
I guess most people haven't. But...
Well, who has?
Yeah. So we have just some of us, but only.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you guys did, right, in Texas.
Only once. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what a nice set it was too.
Yeah,
they did a good job of like setting.
The only thing I did like better about the last one is I found it very hard to hear you guys and hear other people because we didn't have the headphones.
Oh, you mean the one we just did?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I thought that too. Because like
first time that we had the headphones, and it didn't really look as like informal, but it was a lot easier to hear everyone, especially in like an auditorium like that. You were getting like a lot of echo and stuff, and it was hard to hear, especially people like with like Paul with a really deep voice. Yeah. I couldn't hear a word he was saying like through the microphone base,
It's really? Like you didn't miss anything.
Yeah, there was nothing intelligent being said. That's for sure.
It almost made the tricks more exciting for me because I just like saw what was happening and not.
I noticed that too. The microphones had like a little bit of a reverb.
Yeah, so I'm sure for everyone in the crowd it sounded fine, but for us it sounded a little wacky
because we were right
talking,
there,
but we can't hear.
Yeah. Anyway, it was a good weekend. It was really nice to get to hang out with you guys and fucking
nice dinner.
Have a nice dinner. Thank you, Mike, for hooking up the dinner spot. That was fucking
that was nice.
Sorry, Iain didn't get to partake, but
hey, I enjoyed the atmosphere. I was plenty happy with it.
Yeah. It was good weekend overall. So hopefully those videos will be out in a week or so. Once I get the hard drives, I'll have to cut it all up and get it out.
And we'll do it again for the Windsors in a couple months.
We'll do it again for the Windsors. But hopefully Iain will come down as a spectator.
Non-dieting
spectator.
Yeah.
I'll do a free fat guest posing.
All right, let's move on. I saw a couple things I wanted to talk about. Let's cover the Pittsburgh guest posing. Actually, I just want to give a shout out. This is one of our athletes. His name is Nick Justice, and he's put on like 60 pounds in a fucking year, and a lot of it is pretty quality. He was a men's physique competitor. He's probably going to be a classic competitor. I wanted to let you guys know he's doing his own podcast now. This is not anything I told him to do. We just started doing it, which I think is great because he's got a really crazy work ethic. He's always on top of shit. So he started this podcast with his 4 buddies called Dumbbells, Dorks, and Doobies, which I'm not sure is an awesome name, but whatever. But I got to follow back. So Nick, good job, brother. I hope your podcast takes off. And for any younger guys who want to know what it's like when you're starting out in this industry, Nick's a good one to hear to listen to, and he's got great training. What's that?
Said you got to work.
Yeah, no, Nick is the epitome of work ethic. So anyway,
and he's put on a lot of size in the last year or so since you signed him.
Remember when we saw him at the fucking Olympia?
Yes.
It's like, who the fuck is this kid? Like, I signed this scrawny, like, oh, he's good on social media. He's like
men's physique kid.
Yeah. And then he shows up at the fucking Olympia, and he's got these like broad shoulders, and he's like 6'1". We're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like he went through puberty or something.
So anyway, shout out to Nick Justice and his podcast. Hopefully it takes off. Okay. I wanted to also, what is going on here? Get rid of this. Okay. I wanted to talk about the Pittsburgh guest posing. Excuse me.
Bless you.
There's one lineup photo I wanted to see if I could find here, where they're all standing on the fucking stage, and it is.
You're past it, the guest posing here.
Yeah, I know. I wonder if it's in here somewhere.
No, that's just these two.
Yeah. So what do we think of these two? Actually, what do you think of overall? Who do you think was the best at the guest posing?
Yeah, Samson looked really good. Derek is just getting wider by the second.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed? You know what I noticed about Derek is, and I think me and Iain talked about this briefly. This is what I said to him, but so all of this in here looks like it's getting thicker. Like you can see his chest is thicker, his lats look thicker on this side.
Yeah.
His arms are bigger here. Like everything up here looks like it's getting thicker. His waist doesn't look much wider.
No, it doesn't.
Legs have not changed a ton.
But the legs haven't changed really at all.
Yeah.
And that was the one thing that I think Derek needed to change to really, really make sure he can dominate and take that victory. Because it's that slight.
It's so hard to tell because like the ratio is like different, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if they did grow and his upper body just grew that much more, like if the shot's taken from a slightly different angle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you can see obviously, you know, because he's so wide up top, it's not that his legs, like it's just, he's so wide through the lats, you know?
Yeah.
What do you guys think he needs more sweep?
Wide, yeah, you need a little more. He's got huge adductors.
Yeah, massive.
Derek has the unfortunate
upper quad, you know?
He has the unfortunate issue of having fucking super wide shoulders and a very wide back.
Yeah, his
lats
are so wide, you know.
Like if you took your hand and covered his upper body and just looked at his legs, you'd be like, those are fucking world-class legs.
Yeah.
Right.
But then when you put the upper body, it's like, holy fuck, you know?
Yeah. But it's just my personal opinion is just a little bit of an imbalance. Like he needs just thicker legs overall to match the top.
They obviously had developed faster and earlier, and then they just like slowed down a bit, you know. Whereas upper body is obviously.
But why are you asking us?
His training more, you know.
Why are you asking us, Paul? You're the judge. What do you think?
Because I see it like his inner thighs especially are massive. Like I see maybe a little bit more sweep needed. But other than that, I think his legs are pretty full right now.
Well, let's go back. Let's go back. See, this isn't a good pose to indicate.
Okay, yeah.
Let's go back to like let's go back. So just look at Derek for a second.
Oh, they're still so wide though, you know.
No, here he looks balanced, right? It was more in like when the arms are down.
Okay.
But there's no front relaxed. Where picture? I just saw some photos and I was like, yeah, it's, you know what? It's hard to fucking pin. I don't know what photos I saw when I was looking at it.
Could just be the video.
There's a lineup.
It might have been this.
I love this like first pose he does here where he like comes and then like slow and then that looks sick.
Jeez.
Paul?
I can see what you're saying to balance out from the upper body to have a bit more sweep, but
it's almost like he could just stand his legs a little wider because they're so big and has so much adductor. Maybe if you just spread them out a little more, I think the muscle's there, to be honest.
Without standing so bowed like that, you mean? Like,
just to like make more of an X shape of it, you know, like just spread them out a little more. He's got the adductors; they're touching. Like maybe take just a tiny bit more space there, you know.
It's almost like his inner thighs are so big he can't pose them any other way because they just, you know.
This side of the leg is fucking great.
Oh my god, this is just a fucking wonky physique, man.
Yeah.
So much.
What do you guys think? Can he beat Hottie?
I think he can beat Hottie for sure.
I think he can beat anyone if the day's right, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think like that 100% and 100% of him and someone else that he does like it. I don't think there's not a chance, you know.
Yeah.
All things even. And like this is an off-season look too. That's outrageous, you know. Like he's so lean still.
He looked this lean back at the Arnolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
He's growing this fast with that composition, you know.
Yeah.
He
like his waist is tight, like his glutes are tight, his quads are separated. It's crazy.
When he showed me, like me and Hani were sitting there, and Hani's like, "Here, come here and show him what you look like." I was like, okay. He comes over, he fucking is like shredded. I'm like, why is he shredded?
Yeah. See if anything, like I'm just asking, like, do you see maybe a little bit more hamstrings from the side?
Yeah. I mean,
if anything.
I mean, look, you can always be really nitpicky, but
yeah, but that's the only thing I see there.
I was actually really impressed with Hunter.
Yeah,
Hunter.
Yeah.
And it's really tough. Hunter's the number one guy that it's so tough to see his size. I wish I could find the photo I was looking for. There was a photo of all of them standing there, and Hunter looked fucking massive.
Yeah. Especially because he's like got like fucking huge calves and like everything, you know, he's like very thick top to bottom.
I think he looks fucking great. Could use a little more sweep in the hamstring there.
Yeah.
But it's like it's really fucking deceiving, like how big he is.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
I don't know why I can't find. Oh, there it is. Look, watch this.
I mean, immediately your eyes go to Samson.
I know, right? It's fucking insane.
The
But what?
shape is like is just right away your eyes, and I don't mean that because he's the only black guy too. Well, Sean's black, but Samson looks like way darker.
He's the only
Sean
darker
has a
black guy.
different tan right now.
But yeah, I see what you're saying with Hunter.
Stature-wise, Hunter looks big.
He
too.
does.
Yeah,
Okay, ready?
There,
Okay, look.
He looks like one of the biggest guys up there.
Yeah.
Fuck, it switched. Okay, but when you look at that,
just leave it.
I'm gonna. When you look at that dead, Samson is like, look.
Yeah, Samson and Hunter is what stands out to me.
Samson makes Rami look small.
Yeah, he does.
And then you see Hunter,
especially up top right now.
Yeah, and then you see Hunter over there next to Derek, and you're like, holy fuck.
He's looking pretty large.
He's structurally larger. You can see, obviously, Derek's chest and like the roundness to his legs and stuff is he's just so round, like the roundness there is just outrageous.
Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy. But Hunter's big as a house.
Rami looks weird, man.
I mean, Hunter's in this like 285,
Rami's
is that what Hunter weighs
really
now?
Fucking weird.
I think he said, like, I think his last pictures he had up, he was like between 283 and 287 or something.
I think he's gonna have a big year.
Yeah.
Who's that, Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah, so do I. I think he's gonna.
As long as his back keeps improving as it has been, then absolutely. Yeah.
I can't wait for Samson to step on the Olympia stage, man. Look at how big he fucking looks. Like he's bigger and rounder than everybody.
Yeah. And the shape. Jeez.
Detail in the shape, like the pop to it.
I love that pose on him.
He just has a lot of details,
He keeps getting better. I can't believe how Samson keeps getting better every time I see him.
Look at Hunter there. Look how big fucking Hunter looks there.
It's huge.
Yeah.
His structure is just bigger than everyone.
Yeah. He looks like the widest guy up there.
Yeah, big frame.
I'm fucking blown away, man. I can't wait. Samson, by the way, for people watching, Samson's off here. He's been off since the Arnold. This is natural Samson.
That's
322 pounds. Look at this motherfucker. 322 pounds natural.
Could do a natural show right now.
Yeah. It's cleaned out, baby.
Yeah.
He's still pulling vacuums at 320.
Fuck.
Very kind of Cedric-esque right now in his offseason.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He's impressive.
Oh, God.
And so Hunter I was impressed with. What do you guys think of Nick?
Nick looked good. He looked big.
Yep.
Nick's got a ton of muscle. I still think he's going to have to solve this leg issue.
His
lats look really good.
Yeah.
So I know he's been working on his legs. I know the judges told him they need more legs.
Like from the side, like look at
the side. From the side.
The side, he looks crazy.
Yeah, but that's not the problem. It's like
it's width to the like upper sweep.
Yeah, because his upper body is so big that he just needs to get because his sweep starts low.
Branch one.
Yeah. Right.
So like if you go back to it, right? If you hit it right here, you can see here. Here, wait till he gets into it. Okay, he's into it. So
keep going a little bit.
Okay, let's see. Wait, there. The stomach's in now. So this is the issue I think he's having. The lats are so wide across, the arms are so big, and the shoulders are so thick.
This is kind of the same thing with Derek.
Yeah, but
it almost looks like they're disproportionate from top to bottom. Like they're so much shorter.
That's what I don't like. That's exactly what stands out to me.
Well, because he's
got a long torso and shorter legs.
Yeah, like that upper body. Right. That upper body looks like it belongs on like a 6 foot tall guy.
Wait a minute.
Lower body, like.
So this is what I'm seeing. So you see this gap right here? For people watching that don't understand kind of what we're looking at, the fact that his sweep starts here makes this gap look longer, which makes this
in his defense, when you wear these kind of trunks too,
for sure.
But even if I go to stage shots, this is the thing that I could see at the Arnold, for example, is like you would end up with a longer looking torso because the quad sweep starts lower on the leg. So I just think he's got to get this sweep to come out more for him to be able to battle some of the structural issues he has.
Yeah, and I think that would help Fouad, but like Mike said, it stands out to me that upper body being longer than the lower body just throws off the symmetry to me on
same with Derek, what you said.
That's definitely why I think, especially when he does this, like why his front lat is not a stronger pose. because he pulls up and you really can see that difference in length. But then his front double, especially when he flexes it down all the way hard and shows his good abs, shortens that up and makes it look a lot better, you know?
Yeah. And it's weird. Like on his back poses, you don't see the same disparity.
No, you don't see it.
So maybe what we're saying really then, so if we go back to the beginning, because this is something he didn't do in the beginning. See how he's elongated?
Yeah, well, he's flexing them down. He's just off season right now, so they're not like fully in. You know?
It also seems like he's pulling back. He's pulling back his you know what I mean? So they're saying like he's pulling back his glute to hit that shot. So it's like making that disproportionate seem even more. But if he stands up straight and relaxed, it doesn't.
Wait a minute,
pulling his hip back.
Ian, this isn't crunched down. This is stretched out.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
No, rewatch it. Go back. He's blowing the air out into it from when he pulls up.
But it's still, look, it's stretched.
There, that's up.
Yeah, but he's not crunching down.
Now watch. Wait. Breathes out and sits in.
No, but he's not crunched down here.
No, but he's breathing his air out. He's contracting his abs. He's not pulling up.
I know that, but his body is still stretched.
Yes, when he was doing down more, but he's going from a elongated core to a flexed core. It is still two different, you know.
What I'm saying is, when you watch him when he did New York, for example.
Yeah, but he's also leaner, and his abs would probably pop more even on that second part there, where they're a little more flush. And like Mike said, even if he's leaning back a little more, that could just pull him a little flatter, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Sean Clarita, always incredible.
Yeah.
Always going to have the height challenge, but fucking physique looks insane.
Just a ball of muscle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we had Rami, who
looked odd.
Poor Rami. I feel bad, man. He's really lost the triceps, and it really hurts the way his entire physique looks.
Yeah.
Like every shot you see him hit. People don't realize how important the triceps are. Like
especially when you have a guy that's fucking 6 miles wide from shoulder to shoulder, you know?
Right. Yeah.
You don't have that width, like you have the width through the body and through the legs and then not through the arms. It's like even more dramatic because it's like the one limb, like that's just like so much more narrow than everything else, you know?
And here's a good example of what Ian's talking about. You have massive legs, massive lats, crazy wide shoulders, and then just a flat arm.
Yeah. He looks like his arms are like 20 inches, you know?
Yeah.
And his back too. His back to bicep post still something looks off.
Yeah, I mean, I think if he was peeled, he could make that still look okay.
But I really think
it's nearly as good as it was. But
I really think it's the arms, guys.
The arms are definitely
If
that physique was the same as it is right now with that back, and you put on Nick's arms, I mean, it would be way different than if the arms and a big back, you know?
Listen, I'm going through this currently, so I know exactly how this fucking feels and looks. No, I'm telling you, because like it's exactly. It's. Am I looking at this by myself, or are you guys?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, no, I can't see it.
I was about to am I the only one who can't see what he's looking at? I don't even want to say anything. I was like,
Jesus Christ. I'm watching a fucking video by myself. It's exactly what Ian said. And Paul see me with my shirt off. It's like thick through the center, and then you have these like spindly little noodles hanging off the sides, and it looks like Mr. Potato Head, right? You got these like.
I feel like I'm gonna end up the same as you.
Maybe I don't know, but here I'll let you guys look what I was looking at. Okay, so I won't go back. I'll just play it. See the side tricep there? See how far it's pulled up now?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, when he hits the side chest, you can see it, but the side tricep after this, it's much more pronounced.
Look at how look how straight this is. This is this is a problem, right? Because for people watching at home, like the way it's subliminally looked at, you see all this roundness.
Yeah, if you put a legs 6 inches smaller than that on the physique, it wouldn't look that bad, you know?
Right.
Yeah. And then you go, oh, okay. And then you go to the top and you're like, wait a minute, there's something missing here.
He also does not have nearly enough tan on, which was really not helping him here either.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to bash him. Look, I love Rami. I think I feel really bad for him. I think people are like, what happened? And I'm like, I'm telling you guys what happened. You can see
this is still a world-class physique. It's just lost a few steps.
Like when you see this horseshoe right here.
Yeah.
It's half his arm. Like normally when you see Rami back in the day, this tricep would be extended all the way down to here.
Mm-hmm.
So you're missing the volume, right? See how short that is?
Yeah. His lat attachments too, they weren't that high before.
No.
Yeah. It's tough, man. And the arms make a really big difference in a physique.
You can tell he's not really enjoying himself up there either, you know?
Yeah.
No, I think he just couldn't not show up again, you know?
Yeah.
And
Has he, sorry.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, has he announced his retirement or anything, or is he planning on competing this year?
No, he's still convinced.
No, I think he really wants to compete. I think, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but I wasn't sure if it was Bob or somebody said something about him retiring or even just hinted at it. And I think Rami made a video, from what I recall, saying, "I'm not retiring. I'm coming back." Blah blah blah.
I think he can still be competitive. He's still making a paycheck. He's still gonna, have good contracts and be a top 10 guy in the world for a couple more years. There's no reason for him to retire.
Yeah, I agree. This is nice to see.
It was nice to see it.
Everybody together doing a thing. It's kind of like the fans make them hate each other, but they don't. It's
Nobody actually does.
Okay. So that was good. It's a little bit of a preview to the Mr. Olympia.
And we got New York coming up this weekend.
Yep.
I'm going to talk about New York, but I want to just show one thing, because we're talking about the Olympia, and I thought this was really impressive. Here, I'll show you guys so I'm not watching it by myself. This looked really good.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw this. Yes.
We look good.
Look at this fucking
only 10 days in the off season too.
Why wasn't he in Pittsburgh?
301. Well, he's not. Pittsburgh is usually the top 6 or 7 guys.
No, they invited Rafael Brandao.
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
I wonder why they did. Maybe they invited him. He couldn't make it.
Yeah.
I think some guys might ask too.
Yeah. Look at his fucking
chest is crazy.
Yeah.
It's like fucking implants.
It's like fucking concrete on his fucking chest.
His quads too.
Yeah, everything.
Look at how thick his fucking chest is, man. What the fuck? If somebody
a little more arm, and this is like the perfect physique ever,
If somebody told me that was an implant, I wouldn't be like shocked. I'd be like,
right.
This is crazy.
Huh.
Yeah. So the only reason I was showing this is we looked at the Pittsburgh Pro guest posing, and I'm like, okay, is that the top 6 at the Olympia? And then I'm like, wait a minute, Andrew, and then Hottie. So I know we can't see anything because they're all fat right now. Not fat, but off season. What do we think? Is it going to be same? I know it's too early to make predictions, but just from what you saw.
I think definites still in the top 6 are obviously Derek, Hottie, Nick, Samson. And then who do you have?
Samson's going to jump Rami, obviously.
Yes.
Could he jump Nick, seeing as he beat Nick at the Arnold? Can he jump Derek? And could he, you know what I mean? Like, and then
I think Derek and Samson are going to go up. So either Samson goes ahead of both of them, and then he goes ahead of Hottie. So I guess that's not technically up. It's still second, but beating a guy he lost to last year. So Samson winning and him second, or vice versa. That's how I see it. Then my head, I see Hottie and Nick right after that.
But then also after watching that guest posing, I'm like, does Hunter move up from 7 back into the top 5?
Yeah, I mean, Hunter is a guy that stays very lean and very muscular all year round like that. Where some of these guys maybe like have come off for a few weeks, or they're, whatever they are in their thing. He stays in a very good state like that, a little lighter, harder composition. So he always looks really good in guest posings. So I expect him to look good there. It's just like how much more change is there from that to a polished Olympia look versus someone like Nick looking like that there to a polished Olympia look,
So I've seen, I think Hunter, to me, was the biggest standout in that group. Not saying he looked the best, but like judging from where he was at the Olympia to judging how he looked like next to those guys here, I was like, that's a big improvement. The only problem is I wonder if his back is going to be good enough come showtime.
Yeah, I mean, especially I think he could definitely move ahead of guys like Ramy. No offense to Ramy. I think Derek or Hunter was definitely more impressive there, and I mean, he arguably could have last year too.
Yeah.
I always think it's funny when you guys discuss this, because I don't know why Iain doesn't put himself in the 6.
I won't let him.
I'll say it then.
Yeah, I mean, I won't say anything.
I believe in keeping my friends grounded.
Or ground them all you want. He looks better at his guest posing. I realize he's not as many weeks out from a show, but like you made some improvements, bro. So there's some fucking meat on that fucking frame that other guys we just looked at don't have. So,
listen, there's no doubt. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
The only reason we don't talk about it is just because he's sitting here.
Yeah.
And he
Too
wasn't
biased.
and he wasn't in Pittsburgh, but no, I don't.
I'll say it. Think everyone can talk shit about me. I don't give a fuck.
No, listen, it's
Thank you.
you're not wrong. Like, I mean, last year was not an indication of what's to expect.
No, I look.
So,
Is there some guy? I'll be bluntly honest. Do I think there's some guys I do not think I can beat? Do I think I can beat Samson? No, I do not think I can beat Samson. I don't think that's happening in the next any time for me. But do I think that there's guys that I lost to last year that I can absolutely beat even at their best days? And, you know, on my best days, yes, I still think there's guys that beat me last year that if I'm at my best and they're at my best, that I can beat and move up from where I was last year. So, you know, as long as I'm making the improvements, which I mean, Mike said he noticed, and I thought I'd noticed well myself as well. You know, I'm confident I'm confident that I'm not going to go down, you know, and at least in maybe placings I can't control, but certainly in the look, I'm only going up, you know, so that's all I can do on my end, you know.
the cigar is spicy.
Is it like the Zin pouches?
Fuck you.
Oh,
and
those
Zin
are really
pouches.
spicy. Those things burn my mouth.
That shit made my throat fucking close up.
You gotta let the initial like saturation pass, man.
Dude, I had a reaction to it. My throat.
It's like the first 3 bites of gum are 10 times juicier than the rest of the 10 minutes, you know?
I know what you're talking about, Fouad, because of that menthol, that mint.
Yeah, I gave Paul one
It was
too.
strong, yeah.
Dude, my throat was. He's like,
I gave him to Paul. I see him 3 minutes. I took a piss and I come back. I'm like, how was he? He's like, oh, I spat it out.
I'm like, no, man. I'm like,
what is it, like a dip pouch?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just little nicotine pouches, like little white nicotine pouches. Yeah.
But they're not like filled with dip.
No,
Like
I'll show you.
tobacco. Oh.
They're hot.
Mike, I fucking put one in, and my throat started closing. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to breathe soon. Ian's like, just wait it out.
I put a dip in college, and I went to a fucking movie one time with my roommates, and I like almost threw up all over the fucking movie theater. I was like, this is the most fucking disgusting.
This is what I get guy to bring me from the US. These are presents for me. So they're just like that, like little white things like this.
Yeah. You can't get them in Canada because they're menthol. Right?
It looks like a piece of gum. Yeah.
That's what I thought it was when you first gave it to me.
Yeah.
You pack it in your lip?
Yeah, put it on the top, these ones, yeah.
I need to know.
I'll give it a whirl.
Yeah. It was stronger than I was expecting.
You be a head buzz?
I mean, like it was burning strong.
Yeah, the initial hit of the menthol is like strong. If you don't do them, you're not used to expect it, but then after that, you don't really notice.
It fades, eh?
Oh yeah, like I said, it's like chewing a piece of gum. It's like the first 10 seconds of like a juicy fruit are way better than the next. You know,
yeah,
it's like really
struggling over there, man.
But at this point, in a negative way, you know.
What you say, Mike?
Who is struggling over there while we're talking? What's wrong?
You don't light it?
Okay, this fucking lighter's not working. Nothing. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll grab the Bic. I got the Bic.
Not working.
Nothing.
Go get the barbecue lighter.
Give it a good shake.
Go get the old barbecue lighter for it.
Shake the Bic harder.
No, fuck off.
Shake the other one. Shake them both.
I was going to that.
Let's go light it off the burner on the stove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What were we going to look at? This is the winner of
New York.
This is the winner of the New York Pro.
Antonio Burton.
Boom.
Stu.
Look at this motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
He's
this. I've said this 100 times on this podcast. That back is like my favorite back competing.
This is Dexter Jackson 2.0.
Yeah.
That back, 100%. Like, look, I know Derek is wider, or there's guys that are maybe thicker, but just like the detail, top to bottom, thickness of the erectors, the hardness of it is just like, this is my all-time favorite back competing right now.
But the attachments, it attaches so low.
It's so nice to look at. Like, there's nothing. I look at it, I'm like, perfect, done, good, great.
Yeah.
You know.
But Ian, it's even all the way through, like the glutes, the way attached to the hamstrings, the thickness of the hamstring, the calves, like the whole thing is fucking. This is Dexter, I'm telling you. Dexter 2.0. Even the side.
I'm not trying to pull the race card, but you don't honestly see darker skinned guys like this get that level of hardness that often.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like look at the skin on the side of his leg. He's fucking dry as a bone.
Yeah.
This is by far the best condition I've seen him in.
Tonio's great, man. I think he's gonna.
That's really great conditioning.
Yeah. I think he's gonna win the show, man. It's really impressive. Look at this.
Oh,
Look at the insertion.
oh, look at that. Look at his back. The striations.
It looks like it's made of cement, you know?
Yeah, yeah. That's crazy.
Plastic.
Good for him.
Wow.
Crazy, yeah. Yeah, that's such, his back is so sick. If this guy had,
New York.
if you put this guy on like a 5'11" frame, 5'10" frame,
forget it.
It'd be unstoppable, you know?
Who else is doing New York? Stu and who else?
So I'm going to show you guys a list.
Max Charles.
Max
I'm going to show
Charles.
you the
Oh,
list.
yeah?
I just wanted to show you kind of Tonio first because it's really, really impressive. Okay. So we're going to go from here to here. Bodybuilders and Borders on Instagram. This is the New York Pro list. Slavoj, Bednar, Tonio Burton, Max Charles, Leonidas. I know it's not Leonidas, but I'm going to call him Leonidas. Walter Debs, Jason Hebert. I thought he was a 212. He must have moved up. Michael Halusi, Josef Kvetten. I'm going to skip some of these. Joe Seaman.
Gunwoo Park, Joe Seaman, Nate Spear.
Robin Strand, Stu Sutherland, Brent Swanson, Marius Tomzik, and Eric Wood. Okay, so I don't know all of these guys, but off the top of my head, I'm going to go Tonio, maybe Eric, Stu.
Eric is in fucking ridiculous condition, but I think she's a little more complete, so it's hard to say.
I don't know. I mean, they're both kind of have similar.
Eric's a little narrow in the legs still, but his conditioning is just ridiculous.
Yeah, but
and his back is great.
So if you look at this shot, right? When I look at this shot on Eric, for example, it's tough. Like if you put him next to Stu and you looked at the shot,
Stu's like, just thicker in the legs and the adductors, you can see for sure.
Yeah, but Eric is better in the upper body from the bit.
His back is really nice, flows well, good lats, really nice heart conditioning.
So it's like it's kind of a toss up. It's like whose weakness is worse,
right?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, he is a little. He's pretty, you know, like that front relax is nice and pretty.
Yeah,
but I think Stu is gonna look.
Stu's beating him.
Yeah, I think Stu's probably about the same height, probably 8 to 10 pounds heavier, a little better legs. If the conditioning is close, I would give the edge to Stu. I think this guy's going to be great, but I still think he needs more leg to stand.
Sure.
Especially guys like Tonio and Stu that do have quite developed legs. You know,
this is 223 pounds.
Yeah, I think he said he was about 241 right now.
Yeah, he's put on 20 pounds of muscle since this.
That's 2021. So yeah, since 2 years, that's good. 10 pounds a year.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, this is a really nice physique, and to see an extra 20 pounds on that's going to be impressive.
Yeah, if it's in the right spots, absolutely.
Okay, so we took a look at Eric Wood,
but no, they did it. His conditioning is exceptional right now.
All right, let's take a look at Stu. Beef stew.
Beef.
Big beef stew.
Where's the beef?
Beef stew fit well on the podcast. I had fun when he was on.
Yeah, I like it.
Love that hair.
This is Stu. Looks like he's got a great fucking X frame, eh? Tiny waist.
Yeah.
I like how he stands that front double too, kind of with the one, like the legs off the side a little bit. It just flows nice with this physique, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. The only shot that hurts him, in my opinion, is the back double. This back double.
Yeah, it needs a little more width.
More lats, yeah.
The back lat is good. His glutes are good. Hamstrings are not bad. Calves are good. Big arms, big delts.
Listen, every shot to me is good. He's very balanced. It's just this back double.
Yeah, Eric, if you're giving like part by part, Eric's back is definitely the better of the two backs. But then when you go down from there, he's quite scary.
Yeah. Stu's better for sure.
And I think he's in like the low 250s. So like, and he's not a tall guy. So like that's a big boy.
All right, back to the list. So we got Stu. Who's Brent Swanson again? Why does that sound familiar?
That's that grainy motherfucker. He's like crazy peeled.
Brent Swanson.
He was like an NPC. He was an NPC guy for a long time. Super heavyweight. It's not the prettiest physique, but he's like a workhorse and getting fucking crazy, ridiculous conditioning. I think this is only his second pro show.
Oh, I recognize this guy. Okay, so Brent Swanson. Let's see if we can get a physique shot.
This guy in person. If you've ever seen this guy in person, if you've ever seen this guy in person, he's one of the most impressed. He's fucking gigantic in person.
Yeah.
He's so big. He makes me feel like, even if I'm off season, I feel small when I'm standing next to this guy. He's huge.
I don't feel like it's the right shape though.
No, his shape isn't great. And that's what did take him up, a while to turn pro. Guys that were maybe slightly lesser conditioned or muscular with better shape would beat him.
Yeah.
But no, he gets he did well in the show that he did, a pro show. He was in the top 6, I think.
Huh.
There's him with Hunter.
Next to Hunter, yeah.
John Smith.
Excuse me. Okay.
God, Hunter looks like his dad there. Holy shit, eh?
Okay. Eric, Brent, Stu,
Robin Strand actually looks great right now too.
Yeah, he does.
I see Robin every day. He looks good.
Yeah.
He's in really good condition.
He's busting his ass.
Yeah. You can tell he's hard to get that condition.
Robin's a nice guy.
I'll be the judge.
It's crazy how long Robin's been competing too. He started competing before I did. And I did my first nationals when I won junior nationals in 2011. Robin was competing against me. He was like 16.
Oh yeah, he started as a teenager. Yeah, that's right. He did start very, very young.
Competing before that. So like I started competing in 2010. He was competing for 2 or 3 years before that.
Back looks good.
Yeah, and that's 2 weeks ago.
Back looks good. Yeah, I don't care about the conditioning. I mean, obviously that looks like it's going to be there. I just mean like shape. Yeah. Shape looks good.
No, hamstrings look great.
That's good there.
Side leg is nice.
Arm looks a little fun. Arm and shoulder could use some there a little bit.
A little more on there.
Doesn't
really
really
looks good. Side leg is great though. Condition looks good.
Do you think
his back shot looks good though? I like that.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. No, that was
3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks out. So it's good though. He's balanced. He looks good.
Mm-hmm. Best I've ever seen him look.
Absolutely, condition wise, absolutely the best I've seen.
Okay. Let's see what else we got.
Were you around back then? That 2011 Nationals in Montreal?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. At least not as a judge. I wasn't. Like I was competing still back in the. Well, my last show was 2008, but I was judging at that time, but not the national level yet.
All right.
That was a mess of a show. It was like 40 degrees in there. The air conditioning wasn't working well. There was like 3 people threw up on stage. Someone passed out on stage. It was such a mess.
Really?
Were you there, Mike?
I think so.
Yeah, that was just the worst thing ever. Yeah.
Okay.
There was the one. What was your? Was it was in New Brunswick or something? Do you remember that Zane one?
That was like 13, between 12 and 14.
Yeah, that was a crazy show too.
Okay, so who's your top 5 here, Fouad?
I'm working on it right now. 1 second.
Are we going to write him down?
Yeah.
How's Max Charles looking? I haven't seen the updates on him.
Probably similar to what he looked like. He did the Arnold, right?
Was he there? Yeah.
Who's the South guy from South Korea look like? Who's that?
Yeah, I've seen him before. He's pretty good, isn't he?
Can you park?
I think this is a 212 guy that might have moved up. No, I think this might be the guy that Milos is working with, isn't it?
Is the guy with really big legs?
Yeah, the Korean guy that Milos is working with, or is he doing 212? He looks pretty fucking big though. Like I know he's short, but he looks heavier than 212.
I don't know, guys, but this is who you guys are forgetting to talk about. Joe Seaman weighing in at like 200 pounds.
Is that thought? Is he working with Dominic now? Cardone?
I think he's working with he was working with that Justin, whatever, the Troponin nutrition guy. I can't remember what his name is.
Justin Harris. Okay.
273 here.
Joe's always been huge.
He's a big boy.
And conditioned.
Just going to depend on if his waist holds him back, because his waist is a little, for those wondering why he isn't placed better. His waist, it's not that it's
just his upper rib cage is very wide.
Yeah, it's not that it's distended. He can pull a vacuum. He's just thick through the center.
Wide, big rib cage.
Structurally, yeah.
I've never seen Joe come in not in shape.
No, not very infrequently. Like
got a ton of muscle, man.
Yeah, he's bigger than ever.
He's got a great back, great side tricep. Like his side tricep is an awesome shot. I always really like.
Yeah, he's bigger than I've ever seen him.
I think he's going to be top 3 here.
Yeah.
I don't know. The more I look at the list, the more I'm like, fuck. I think
it just depends. It depends what his shape, how much his shape diminishes his appearance of size compared to guys that are a little smaller but with prettier shape. Because sometimes when you get guys that are really, really big, but their shape doesn't like display it as well, the guys that are a little smaller will still look just as big, even if they're not,
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So we have this.
But no, he looks great.
This
So we want to see this Hyun-Woo Park guy.
Can you park?
Can
you park? Is it Can You Park?
That's what I said. Can you park? Can you woo
No,
park?
no.
Oh,
KEU.
Can woo?
There
Can
it
you
is.
park?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh wait, who's this guy?
Fuck, look good.
Jesus, he's big.
Yeah.
It's crap. Should use hostility.
That's stage shots in the middle there, or the top left. Well, this guy
These
looks
are
good.
old. These are old.
Yeah.
I think though. They look like they're last. This is when he got his pro card last fall.
Yeah, wearing a mask during COVID.
Here, this looks recent. 6 weeks out, New York Pro.
He's a big dude, though.
I don't think
Yeah.
so. You think he looks big?
His legs are huge.
Typical Korean physique, eh? Always got huge legs.
His
Say it,
legs.
Paul.
big
Say it,
arms.
Paul. Say it, Paul.
Well, sometimes the backs are missing.
Sometimes.
Well, it's from all the racket sports, jumping around.
Yeah.
Paul, you're so brutal.
Just an observation, Fouad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's him with that other Korean guy I've competed against a few times. So up 2 rows and to the left. This guy's done the Olympia.
Yeah, that's what's his name?
Okay, so you can see him next to that guy, and that guy is like frame size, about my height, maybe a touch taller. Probably competes in the 250s.
Ken Woo's not going to be big enough.
No, he won't be big enough. You're right.
Okay. Ken Woo get
Unless
big.
he's just like fucking razor peeled,
All right. Enough of the Ken Woo jokes. Let's move on. So who? Okay, Ian. First,
How
second.
about Nathan Spear? How about Nate Spear?
Yeah, Nate Spear looks great too.
Looks good.
And he's a big guy that too is bigger in person than he is. Like he looks a lot bigger in person than I find he looks in his photos. Like those recent there. Like I see this, I'm like, he looks big, but in person he's like a taller, broader guy than it looks,
Huh.
He's in good condition too.
Feel like he's a little bit torso dominant.
Hmm.
Well, not there. No,
That's a good shot.
looks balanced there.
Yeah.
Low two,
He's got a good overall physique, yeah.
low 250s. They'll be
That looks
competitive.
nice. Good chest.
Mhm.
Could do for a little more quad, obviously sweep and thigh too, inner thigh, but
No, I think I was right the first time I said it. I think he's a torso dominant bodybuilder.
yeah.
Got a good chest, good back. Could use a little bit more in the limbs.
Good shoulders.
He competes well though. Like he looks good next to other guys. So I think he'll be reasonably competitive, I think.
He looks more balanced there. It's almost like depends on the shot you see.
Yeah. Looks hard in the upper body and the lower body. Oh, not there though.
It could be a little harder here on stage.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
That's a guest posing.
oh, it's a guess.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Sorry, Nate.
Yeah.
That's 5 weeks out. He said 5 weeks out.
This is
That's
also
good there.
That's also
Yeah.
guest posing.
He does that vacuum on his abs and thighs. Sometimes that looks really nice as well.
Got a big fucking back, man.
Yeah.
That's why I say he's a bigger dude than you think. Like he's pretty fucking large.
No. I have no doubt that he's big. I just when I look at this, I think, okay, that back is fucking huge.
But the legs need a little more to match.
The legs,
Yeah.
that's why I keep saying he's torso dominant because
Sure.
he's got
Yeah,
such
I don't disagree.
he's got such a thick fucking back.
Yeah.
This is such an interesting lineup, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that are like in the same like
This is a good opportunity for like a new guy to like really make a statement,
yeah, to move into the next category kind of thing.
Win a show like this, a New York Pro.
Kind of put yourself above.
Go to your first Olympia.
Put yourself above everybody else.
See, like look at the abs and thighs on stage at Nationals there.
Where?
No, up and to the left. Like
Yeah.
that looks pretty sick.
Oh, it's a nice shot.
All right. Let's go back to here. Okay, Ian, you're up.
Okay. Tonio.
Tonio.
You know, top 3 or top 5?
Top 5.
Stu. Robin. Eric. Joe.
No Max Charles, eh? In the top 5?
I think Max is a little too
Yeah.
from the back. I think these guys are all going to be hard as fucking nails. So I think Max is just he looks great from the front, crazy abs, good quads are really hard looking, but from the back he's got kind of that softer, thicker skin look. And I think with these guys that are fucking super hard now, it's going to be a tall order for him. He'll be the odd man out for sure.
Okay, Paul, you're the judge.
Can I see two guys first? Can I see
This isn't about
Did I see number 16 and number 23, please?
To center stage, please.
Center stage, okay, to the left.
because two of those guys, I think I know what they look like, but I'm not sure.
I'm not the head judge, and this isn't a bodybuilder. Like you can't be like,
I
hey,
think
can
that
I
Slavoy guy actually
I
looks
see-
good too, doesn't he?
Pardon?
I feel like Slavoy looks good too, and we just overlooked him as well.
Is it
Odie-
Bednar? Is that the
I feel like I just saw pictures of him yesterday or today.
Slavoj? Is it Slavoj?
Slavoy?
Is it
And you
Slavoj? Slavoj.
Slavoy?
Slavo.
Slavo?
Sauvage. But you're
Slavoj.
We're just fucking butchering this.
We're the worst. Guys, if you're watching
Sauvage
the show,
by
we're
Dior.
sorry. We're not we're doing our best. I remember
Slavoj.
Slavoj.
Yeah, I've done a few shows with this guy. He looks good in person.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can hang with these guys though. I don't. Yeah.
yeah?
What do you want to see, Paul?
Tom, the last guy there, Fouad, the Polish guy,
Marius?
the second last guy, yeah, Marius.
Tomzuk?
Yes.
Tomzuk. Marius. Okay. This is Marius.
He was in Toronto last year.
Looks like this is 212 though, because it's the expo stage. Or oh wait, no, this hasn't been at that. This is. I'm thinking of when it's at the convention center.
Yeah, this is the Delta.
That looks nice.
This is
Yeah.
15 days to New York.
Well, he's gonna be in shape. That's a good look, man.
Yeah, he looks all right there.
Relax is really nice.
I feel like he's too thin.
Yeah, on the legs.
Definitely needs more hamstrings.
Yeah.
No,
Side.
it's not. Listen, everything is like if he's watching, I apologize, but
He
everything
looks great.
everything is there. It just all needs to be a little bit bigger. There's too many too many gaps.
Mhm.
I'd be interested to see what his weight is. That's the hamstrings. I think are the biggest, like especially side and back.
But even the lat, you see a lot of like trap. But then you
I think the
lose
guy behind him is going to win.
this
What's
guy.
he doing?
I wonder if this kid knows he's on this podcast.
Dark horse. That's my guy.
Paul,
Okay.
stop.
So I'm gonna go Tonio first.
Antonio,
Stu.
do.
Oh, this is where it gets a little harder now. I'm gonna go Max. No, Irkwood. Then Max. And then Joe.
Wait, shit.
No. What?
I fucked it up. You're gonna go Eric third?
Yeah.
Eric third, yep.
Yep. Then who fourth?
Joe.
Fifth?
Max.
This is fucking hard. This one.
It is a tough one. I'm not familiar with a few of these guys.
Toss-up. Like I could have rearranged this 6 different ways while you were saying that in my head. You know.
Yeah, and there's like 6 guys that I'm not familiar with them really.
Yeah.
Stop making
It's
excuses.
not like that star stud of a lineup, other than really Tonio being a standout to me. You know, a guy that's been to the Olympia and stuff.
Yeah, and Stu, I'm pretty familiar with Stu's physique.
Stop making excuses.
but like Tonio's won shows. You know.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Are you guys done making excuses?
Yes.
What about bathroom guy? You can bring him in there.
Mike, bathroom guy first.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
You got any picks, Mike?
Yeah. Tonio, Stu, Robin, Seaman, Eric.
Robin,
You just flip.
Canadians 3 and 4, eh?
Robin, Seaman, and
Gotta
who
give
was
him
fifth?
some love.
Who was fifth?
Eric.
Eric. Okay, so
You didn't go.
I know. 1 second.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I go to the bathroom.
No, sorry.
Oops. Where did that go? There it is. Okay. So this is what we got. Tonio, Stu, Joe, Nate, Eric.
Okay. That's good.
I think that's what I pick.
Cool.
I feel like okay, but let's just 1 second before we just move on. Tonio probably has the most Olympia caliber physique here. Stu, I feel like, is the best of the new bunch. So we both kind of all agree on that, or sorry, all 4 of us kind of agree on that. Joe, I feel like, is going to out-muscle Robin and Eric.
The only reason, and I'll say this for Joe, the only reason I put him lower than I think his potential can be, I think in terms of muscularity, conditioning, and his shape's not that bad, that I think, especially from the back, he's definitely very dominant, is just I'm not 100% on his ability to consistently peak yet. And so I think he looks really good now.
It's also like there's like a theme with like Tonio and Stu with like these tiny waists and like these, like, you know what I mean? Like
ab and thighs, just like these tight, crazy physiques, you know. Yeah. But even then, I just if Joe was a very consistent, like I've seen him get in awesome condition, but I've seen him, you know, sometimes where his peak's not quite 100% or his tan's maybe a little runny or like something like that, like something last minute that hurts him. So I think if he brings the polish, you could have him up there as high as second. You know, but I from what I've seen as of late, I put him in that 4 or 5 spot now.
I think Mike just talked me out of putting Joe in third, because I agree with you. Tonio's going to be this like tight waist. Stu's going to be this tight waist. Eric, I think, has a really good waist structure.
Yeah.
So you have like
the only thing is seeing what Eric's legs look like in the lineup, you know.
So what do you guys say?
You just adjusted it. Did someone freeze?
I adjusted. No, I'm just looking at it. I adjusted mine, Paul. I'm kind of on the same boat as you.
What
Well, I had Joe in third, and then I think Mike made some sense. I think it's like, you know, you can't, you know, 2 guys with like really pretty structure.
Yep.
They're probably going to go with another guy with nice structure for third. I think Joe's muscle will land him in the top 5 though. But then again, I'm still not sure. I'm like, Nate's more balanced than Joe is. I could even go like, you know, and then I also don't know how Max is going to look. I could probably see Max in fourth, if as long as it's back.
Go to Max's Instagram. He never posts anything.
Yeah, no.
Well, just so people know why I didn't go to Max's Instagrams, because he never posts anything. There's never any like, there's never usually any like updates or anything about his physique. So, but we can check.
Max competes a lot, eh?
Yeah. He's like what you call like just like a career bodybuilder, you know? Doing the shows, doing the circuit, you know?
Yeah, like Johnny Jackson back in the day. Like always competing.
Just riding the circuit, you know, fucking show to show, just giving her.
If this Max shows up, he will be in the top 3.
We can't see.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's twice today.
What's wrong with me tonight, man? Fuck, I'm rusty.
You're off tonight, Fouad.
I'm rusty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great Max, but it's still the back, I think, that hurts him the most.
Yeah. And the side too, the lack of hamstring drop from the side.
I think if this Max shows up, then it'll be incredible.
We can't see.
I love this.
That's how I was just fucking with you guys. Okay, no, I think this Max could be top 3, if not top 2. But I don't know if that Max. I don't know if that Max is going to show up.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is fucking crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
But the back doesn't match the front completely, unfortunately.
No.
If that Max shows up, he's winning.
Remember for a while there, he was working with Lee Haney, I think, on changing his back pose, and it actually looked a little bit better for a while.
He has the sickest abs, dude. They're so fucking like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm gonna go.
Really fucking gay, but...
He's the sickest abs.
Really abs are so fucking granite hard.
Fucking abs.
I'm not helping my cause here, guys.
Oh God, yeah. Fuck.
Fucking hot glazed abs.
Motherfucking abs, man. Cook that pick again.
Okay, is this done? Is this our picks?
Yep, good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm the only one who's got love for Max. Fuck you guys.
I got Max in my top 5.
He is in the 5th.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yep.
I'm just giving the new guys a time to shine. On you know.
You always hated Max.
Are we betting anything on this?
Max? Don't say that.
Yeah, you do. Anyway, night, guys.
That's it.
Fuck you, Max, motherfuckers. No.
Okay. Let's do some questions before we go. What's going on, guys? If you haven't checked out HOSSTILE.com yet, you haven't checked out our merch, or you haven't checked out our supplements, get to HOSSTILE.com today. Use code RBP and get 10% off your order. I'm going to show you guys where you can pick this up. If you just go to HOSSTILE.com and you go to brandwear, it'll bring you to this page. And, you know, if you click on for him, it's all broken down for you: bottoms, hoodies, tanks, raglans, and t-shirts. So if you do this, just scroll down. We have some oversized stuff in stock. We have the originals, some more oversized. We have some of the podcast tees, and the list goes on. The flannels are awesome. Everybody loves them. Some of our newer stuff here. And this is the Real Bodybuilding t-shirt that I'm wearing, and a couple of women's tees as well. So guys, there's a lot of stuff. Now, if you go to accessories, we also have lifting gear. We have flags for your gym or for your bedroom, towels. This is an ebook that I've created. And of course, the best supplements in the game, Hostility, Bloodshot, are the two best in my opinion. And it doesn't really get any better. Guys, get to hostile.com. Check out all our cool shit. Check out our merch. Check out the best supplements in the game. It's not a trick. Don't get fooled drinking flavored water. Get some Hostility, get some Bloodshot, use code RBP, and save on your order. Support the brand, support the podcast. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, just going to go down the list. Who has the most 9K shelf in the game? Andrew Jacked.
Andrew
Yeah,
Jack.
I just saw it. He's got implants.
Yeah.
Do you notice any difference between Farm GH and good generics? Yes, I have.
Yes, absolutely.
Always, you get what you pay for. But especially, that doesn't always apply, but in my experience, you get what you pay for when you pay for GH.
You can find the odd generic that might be okay and blah, 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 but you can get good Farm GH and you're sure what you're getting, and it's always good, and just it's better. Even if they're comparable, it's still better, you know?
Yeah.
2003 versus 2011 Phil.
2011.
I would say 2001 Ronnie is the best bodybuilder of all time, not 2003. 2003 Ronnie is the biggest bodybuilder of all time.
Like
but
Is that when he was like 290 something on stage?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, but
imagine being our height, Fouad, and competing at fucking close to 300 pounds. Think of adding 50 pounds, 45 pounds to your frame and competing. Imagine what that would feel like.
Oh God.
Like, he's the same height as you or I. He's 5'9", 5'10", you know?
30, it would have been 35 pounds for me.
Yeah, my heaviest is like 264, so 30 pounds, 35 pounds, yeah.
People don't realize
just muscle. That's the difference between when I turn. That's the difference between when I turned pro and now.
Yeah.
You know, when I was like 225, turning pro. You know, and like when I got squashed at fucking Orlando by you guys that were 255.
I'm contemplating retirement from the stage. What, if anything, do you miss most? How emotionally did you manage the void, if any? Thanks, asking for a friend. I'm still not over it. It's not fucking easy. I know the person who asked the question. She doesn't do it for a living, so maybe it's different. I think when you do it for a living, it's your complete identity and you have nothing else going on. I think when you have regular work and you do this as a hobby, maybe it's different. But I feel like when it's your career and your job and your whole livelihood and everything around your life revolves around this thing, and then all of a sudden it's gone, you kind of get lost.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's the same. If it is the same, you're in for a struggle. There's no fucking way around it.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. When the one thing is gone that you love doing most in the world, it fucking sucks, and you have to find a way to get past it.
Losing a life passion is not easy ever. There's no way to answer buts about it, you know?
I mean, the only way I kind of get by is by still training. So me and Paul still train. We train fucking hard.
Well, you're still involved in the industry too.
No, I was going to say that's kind of the second part of it, is I stay involved in bodybuilding in various other ways. But like there's no when she says, how do you fill the void? There's no way there's no way to replace like how fucked up you are in your head about bodybuilding. There's nothing else that, like, to me, that like gives you that sense of.
I think a lot of bodybuilders, like, you kind of extend your retirement. Like, you know, you're probably not going to get on stage again somewhere in the back of your head, but you keep living the lifestyle for a couple more years, you know?
I did that. Well, my last show.
Me too.
Yeah, my last show
20 years.
Yeah, my last show was 2017. 20 years.
Well, not 20, but for about 10 years I did that.
You did it. Yeah, I did my last show 2017, and I didn't retire until like 21.
Yeah.
Because I kept every year, I'm like 18, 19, 20. I'm like, I'm probably going to compete. And I just, yeah. Is there any application for brown rice versus white rice on lower carb days? I find that if I have white rice on my lower carb days, I'm starving afterwards.
It's completely fine if you're digesting it well.
Agreed. I don't think there's
a lot of people have an issue with the husk, the digestion of the husk. It's literally just white rice with a husk on it. So it's the same thing. You just have the husk. You got to break down. Some people find that irritates their digestion, especially bodybuilders that are eating like 300, 400, 500 grams of rice in a meal. You know, that's a lot. But if your carbs are low and you find it satiates you a little better, give her, you know.
Agreed. Paul, anything? Mike? Agree?
What makes sense when you said that.
When I worked with Dennis James, he had me eat exclusively brown rice, and like I looked fantastic, and I was digesting it fine at the time. Now in my life, I would fucking shit my pants all day. So it's like, you know.
Yeah, I think people are kind of Okay. What did you eat yesterday?
Everything.
Mike, what did you eat yesterday? Give us a quick rundown.
Like everything?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
How many Timbits?
I haven't had Timbits in over 2 months.
Really?
What'd you eat yesterday then?
I just had my regular breakfast, eggs and rice. And I basically follow like a vertical diet when I don't when I actually take care of myself. Try to take care of myself. So just meat and rice, man.
Okay. Paul?
Eggs and rice. And like 4 or 5 Mars bars I shouldn't have. But anyway, moving on. Paul.
There we go. That's what I was waiting for. Paul?
I had a typical day.
Cookies?
At the end of the night. I was good. I was good up until last night. I stayed good up until about right before bed, 11:30. Then I got into ice cream and my daughter's granola bars, the chocolate dip ones.
They're fucking fantastic, aren't they?
The ones that she brings to school. Yeah, and I was dipping them in peanut butter too.
Oh, you know what the best ones are? The no compliments one. Have you had the ones from Sobeys? That no compliments?
Good,
no.
The variety pack? Oh.
Really?
You guys, how fucking you guys?
Sobeys is where we grocery shop at, like almost the most. It's down the street. We're done.
Wait a minute. You guys say I'm fucked up. I'm fat. You're dipping granola bars in peanut butter.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
The difference is the volume and the often-ness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think I told you guys I got no bad habit of doing that again. Today's day one.
You should see my peanut butter jars at my house because my girlfriend, like, it's like she's burrowing a perfect hole for like a subway tunnel. Like it's like completely clean the edges and up until the point where there's still some left. And it's like she's burrowing a fucking hole. I'm like, what is going on with you? Just fucking take some out of there.
My wife with a peanut butter too. I'll buy a peanut butter and I'll notice it a week later. Someone's been in here. Half the thing's gone.
If your left side is lagging, do you train it more to catch up to the right side, or do you train normal but limit the reps on your right side?
I usually say, and I don't know if anyone agrees or disagrees, I don't think you should train it more or less, unless you're talking about like a serious, like you broke your fucking leg and, you know, something like that. I think just stick to doing more unilateral movements where your more dominant side can't take over. Like don't do barbell pressing and stuff like, you know, fixed machines, do dumbbell pressing or machines that, you know, are unilateral that, you know, move independently. And cables doing stuff one arm, stuff like that, I find is generally the best. It will catch up. Your body wants to be even. And if you're doing the same loads and same overall volume, it'll catch up for sure.
Do you think that works for legs too? Like if you got one leg that's slightly smaller than another, do you think that works?
It depends what's causing it though, right? Like is one leg smaller than the other because maybe there was a small injury there you didn't know about, or that's just how the formation of the muscle is, you know, or maybe you're doing shots more in one quad. Like, I don't know what it is, you know, it could be a bunch. If it's just like nothing else, then yeah, maybe doing a little more wouldn't hurt.
I just always found one.
Are you asking for a friend, Paul?
Well, yeah, I got my right leg smaller than my left, but I've always found single leg movements I don't really get much effectiveness out of them.
Really?
I don't think that's true.
Like a single leg
I think
press.
me and you
single leg press.
I think me and you are conditioned to do meat and potato shit.
Yeah. Is that why?
And we always want to put like 8 fucking 10, 12 plates on the leg press. And
yeah, but what will be even more gangster is doing 8 to 12 plates with one leg.
Ian,
I've seen your videos doing that.
I've seen you do it. You're 100% right. The difference is, I think because me and Paul are fucking old.
Yeah, no, I know that.
We have problems with our hips, and I have groin issues and blah blah blah. So
I mean, there's less stabilization.
Deviated septum.
Sure, for you guys. In your guys' case too, you know, the stabilization is obviously less when you're using both legs. When you have to stabilize the one knee and you're doing a single leg movement, especially with legs, it's going to be more, you know, on the knee to stabilize. So yeah, for older knees and joints, then I don't disagree with you. But I think if there is a discrepancy in size, you do want to train them independently as much as possible, I think.
No, listen, we've done them. We've still done like a single leg. Like we'll just, you know, instead of doing like 8 plates like you would, we're doing 3 or 4.
But yeah, I mean, like it wouldn't hurt if, say, you do a main leg day and then you have a second day, you know, where you're training back or something, and you do, you know, just fucking a bunch of quad extensions or something, or some sissy squats or walking lunges or whatever, you know.
Some extra quads,
For the deviated septum, Paul, just use the other one then.
Yeah. That was not good either, Mike. They're both beat up.
He's fucked them. He's fucked them both up.
Yeah, I had a wild youth.
He's going between his toes.
What was I going to say? Okay, question. So if you're training unilaterally, do you fail on the weaker arm?
Bring them both to the same perceived failure, yeah.
So what I'm saying is like this. Like, let's say your arms are smaller, one smaller than the other, and you're doing bicep curls, and you fail at 8 on this one, but you still have 4 more reps in the tank here. Do you keep going, or do you just stop because the weaker ones failed?
No, just bring them both to the same level of failure.
So you just keep going until this one fails as well.
I would, yes. And I think over time that other one's going to gain strength, and
are you assuming you're doing like alternating curls and that's how you're feeling?
Yeah. Let's say I'm
just
doing
go to like single arm like creature curl or single arm hang curl.
Exactly.
Just exhaust each arm individually. So
yes, that's what I would
know.
But even in that scenario, let's say I'm doing like a concentration curl, single arm concentration curl, and
wait, sorry, I just want to interject for 1 second here. I also think most people, even if there's a small discrepancy in the appearance or the size of the muscle, there's
one stronger than the other.
A discrepancy in strength. Like, you know, I might have one arm that's bigger, but my smaller arm is actually my stronger arm, you know? So like, I think it's not necessarily the case in terms of but then that's like what I'm saying at the beginning. I'm like, if this isn't the case of an injury, then yes, it's obviously going to be different context then. If it's like you're coming off an injury and there's atrophy and there's weakness, you know?
The only reason I said it is because that's the case for me. Like my smaller arm is my weaker arm.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, if I wanted to catch up, no, not because of tears, Paul. I'm talking about like before any injuries.
Oh, okay.
So if I wanted to catch up, I'm doing concentration curls. I grab a 30-pound dumbbell. I'm doing like 10 reps.
And I would just do more with the arm that is stronger. Bring them both to the same level of failure, and I think, you know, that'll.
But then they're both just going to keep.
Yeah, they eventually will catch up.
You think so?
Yes. I think your body wants to be even. I think there's even science behind like with arm wrestlers and people where they do all their training exclusively on one arm. The other arm is not used at all, 0. And when they do it, their strength here, and then when they measure their strength before and after, say a few month training cycle, the arm that they use 0 of even improved in strength very dramatically.
You know what? I think you're right, but I think that worked in reverse for me. Yeah.
But then we might be discussing. Then it's more injury related, right?
When I tore this tricep, this one shrank to match it.
Yeah.
Felt bad for him. Felt bad for him.
Sympathy atrophy.
I'll shrink too, man.
I swear to fucking God.
Yeah, but this is still proving my point of the body.
I know. I'm not saying
it's reverse. You know?
It's fucking totally fucked. I tore this tricep. I'm like, why does this one look torn now? How the fuck did that happen?
Knowing you probably just tore it too and didn't know.
And didn't even realize it.
Yeah, didn't even realize. Kept training.
Is Roman coming back? Roman is coming back. Roman is got to be on bodybuilding and bollocks because we film bodybuilding and bollocks earlier in the day to accommodate the EU,
the European segment
time. No, to accommodate the EU time difference.
Yeah, because they're 6 hours.
Because we film Bro Chat at night, so I can't film it at night with Roman. So I haven't done a bodybuilding and bollocks. I've been traveling, so the next bodybuilding and bollocks will have Roman on it.
He's looking good right now too, eh? Is he got ready to compete?
Yeah, I'm excited. I think
Roman is like one of the most impressive all-year bodybuilders.
Yeah, for sure.
He's like
shredded all the time.
He's even more impressive in the off-season than he is on stage. You know, he's like 280, peeled out of his mind.
Yeah,
you're like,
striated glutes.
Go just compete like this.
That's not, if he just wouldn't diet, just go on stage, like you'd be fine. If you could choose any energy level to be at permanently when you feel best during any point of the off-season or prep, when would it be?
5 weeks out.
Yeah, probably. I was gonna say around 6 weeks.
6 to 8.
That's 7 to 5 weeks out. Yeah.
Yeah.
how I feel like right now to 2 weeks ago, you know?
I used to find the last 4 weeks sucked the worst for me.
Yeah, but I feel like that's when my energy is the highest, my productivity, my clarity of thought from eating a little less food, you know?
Yeah.
Routine, a really good routine with cardio every morning, your training's routine, your meals are so routine. Like, I think that's just when I'm absolutely the most productive human in society, you know?
Is virtual fucking a thing? If so, is it considered cheating?
What's virtual fucking?
So masturbating cheating? Virtual fucking, like you're putting on a VR helmet and fucking the air?
I think but that would be a VR helmet with another person also putting on a VR helmet.
Yeah, so what is this like?
Is a fleshlight cheating?
No.
I wouldn't say that's cheating.
Guys,
no.
Can I ask the scenarios and then we'll hash them out? Okay. If you're virtual fucking by yourself with like a VR glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like watching porn on it.
Watching porn on it. That's not considered cheating, right?
No.
I wouldn't. No, in my relationship, I would. Sure, some people would, but I don't know.
Mike?
Some people.
No. Okay.
Masturbating. It's advanced masturbating.
So, okay,
high tech masturbation.
Let's narrow it down then. So
hyper-responder.
So anything you're doing by yourself is not cheating. Now, what if you're virtual fucking with someone else?
So it's almost like
live.
Like what if you're watching like a cam model or something like that? Then right?
No, that's not with. That's porn. That's not with somebody. I'm saying
it would be a much more direct interaction.
I'm saying you're interacting with someone,
like talking to them, like
whatever it might be. Yes,
I'd put that in the realm of cheating. I wouldn't want my wife doing that. That's for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't want my wife doing it either.
Yeah, me either.
But
I just don't know what we're talking about. Like what exactly are we talking about?
Let's say you got a set of VR glasses on.
It would be sexting with
a girl in like Romania has a pair of VR glasses on, and you guys are fucking.
But you know that you're watching a girl in the porn that you're watching.
Yeah, but I'm not talking to her.
Oh, he's so right.
You might be talking to her.
So it'd be like
you might be like, talking to her if you got the VR glasses on. You're like, yeah, fuck.
So right. It's such like a fucking.
Wait, I gotta go piss. You guys.
So it'd be like interactive porn, like you would talk to the porn star.
Yeah, what is the line that it's real time with a person? Is that what the line is? Like it's like because it's like you're both girls on the other side, you know?
Right. Yeah. You're not interacting with a person. Yeah. So I guess that's where
Or is the difference that one's doing it as like a production for people to watch versus someone's doing it with you just for your mutual pleasure?
But how are they going to do it with you? Are you? I don't know how these things work.
It would be like
I don't know how they work
visually,
either.
like see them and like.
Yeah, it would be like playing Wii. It'd be like playing a Wii, you know?
Yeah.
Playing with your Wii.
Like where you got like remotes and goggles and you're like, hold on to them and just fucking, you know?
That's what it's going to come
just comes in the room, you're just like this.
That's what it's going to come to soon enough, I'm sure.
I'm sure it already exists, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's no way
right.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
We should search that when he gets back on YouTube. Like
There's
people
way
getting caught on VR sex.
Yeah.
Like, in the middle of the room, like,
the fucking what was that Facebook world again, like metaverse and shit like that, like, you know, no way people are like doing shit like that in there, you know.
Which I can't even understand that metaverse stuff as it is.
I have no idea what it is.
It's just fucking weird.
It's gonna be everything soon. We're gonna be fossils.
Yeah, there's gonna be like online world.
Just upload our consciousness to a fucking computer, and that'll be the end of it, you know. And
we'll just have a headset on all day, lying in bed.
You seen Ready Player One, the movie?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that.
That's what we're heading towards.
Yeah,
100%. It's called predictive programming, my friends.
Yeah, that was a Netflix movie, wasn't it?
No, Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg. It might be on Netflix, but no, it was a good movie.
Okay.
So yeah, I told her to go fuck herself. Anyway, so you could take this job and shove it up your.
What conclusion did we come to?
Great story.
With VR porn.
Yeah, what conclusion did you come to?
What is it like? Are you actually physically in that virtual space interacting with someone, like touching them and like?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or like, is it that
you
person?
Think you are, or are you just watching someone else or listening?
Okay, fine. Let's reduce it to something more simple. Is sexting with another girl cheating?
Yes.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. Well, define sexting.
So then that's the only.
I don't do it. No, let me just say I don't do this. You know, I'm afraid of my wife. I don't. I'm afraid of my wife.
Edit that out.
I'm not saying that for my own benefit. I do not do that stuff. But I'm just asking because some people may have a different definition of that. I don't
think there's other
I don't.
Your sexual conversation with someone other than your wife.
Okay, no, I don't do that.
Wait. So then it's the same thing with VR glasses on. That's cheating as long as there's another girl.
Mike was just clarifying if it is real time with the person or you're just like video gaming it, you know?
Yeah.
No, it's
Like-
real time.
And that would be But if it's a video game person that you have virtual sex with, then that's just masturbation, like Mike said.
What if
Like,
it's
what
wait a minute. What if it's a real girl that you could talk to and she's recorded something for you and sent it to you and you're watching it on your VR?
So someone sending you a video?
That's called
watching
that's called OnlyFans.
That's watching OnlyFans or a cam show.
All right, so then is OnlyFans cheating?
I don't see many guys that are advertising to their wives that they have OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So then it's cheating.
And it's doing pretty fucking well.
Yeah.
You're paying another girl every month to send you stuff. That's
you're changing the line from like just free porno to like searching it out and paying for it. It's different. You know?
Yeah, but
you're gonna have a hard time.
Wait.
Look,
wait.
No,
as long as it's free, it's not cheating.
Yes,
Pornhub's not cheating.
Yeah,
Pornhub's not cheating.
That's a good point, Mike.
That's so stupid. So wait a minute. You guys are fucking saying I can search all the free chicks I want.
Yes.
Still specific chicks.
Yeah.
And if they're
you
free,
do that when you go on Pornhub. If you search for like a
I
specific
don't.
girl,
I don't.
If you search for a specific girl,
I don't search for specific. I go on. I type big boobs, and then it
no,
takes me.
so fluid.
Then whoever.
bouncing.
You don't care.
So basically what I'm saying
I
is,
type in long hair and a shacket.
Hey, me too.
okay, let's say I pick a girl and I search her out on Pornhub. So it's not cheating. But if I pick a girl and I search her out on OnlyFans, now it's cheating.
Well, but wait though, you could ask 10 couples and it's going to be 5 and 5 that are going to have a different answer to this.
Yeah.
We're just asking our opinion in our relationships, really.
How does OnlyFans work? Are you like connecting with them like live or something? How does it work?
I don't know.
Is it just like
it's like you're paying like, well, from what I understand, an initial you subscribe to people, and whether that, I don't know if that's paid for or not, but you subscribe to the individual. And then I guess if you want to interact with them on a one-on-one level, whether it's, I don't know how you talk to them or you.
Okay.
Because there's other people on OnlyFans doing like normal shit.
Yeah.
Like not all doing that, right? So you can,
Even the porn
pay to interact with them, right? Or you say, I want a picture of this, or I want a video of that, or
you
have to pay $80 or whatever the fuck they deem they want for it, right?
So it gives you access to this person to talk with them.
But you're not talking to them for sure. You're talking to like someone who's just typing in their shit.
Paul, my understanding of it is this: there are like tiers for pricing. So like if you just want to get the monthly pictures like everybody else, it's like $10. If you want to
I think you can just set whatever
you set whatever price you want.
Gotcha.
So like if you want to fucking all the monthly pictures plus you want a phone message, it's $20. If you want that plus a personalized photo that nobody else got.
A fucking 10-foot dragon dildo up their ass, it's like $150.
So you pay for like different tiers of like how fucked up you want your shit.
Gotcha.
But the point I'm trying to make is it's a really fucked up rule that I can search for like porn star X,
right?
And it's totally okay. But if I search for porn star so and so and I pay for it, now I'm cheating.
Yeah,
doesn't make any sense.
Know what I think the answer to this? Most girls.
That's the new shirt. It's only cheating if you're paying.
Wait, I'm trying to think in the mind of a girl and how they would think about this, and I think
Melissa.
She's sleeping. It's fucking way past her bedtime. You crazy?
It's like 10:30.
She was just going to bed when we started.
Oh, really? She goes to bed that early?
She goes to bed like 8:30 to 9:30.
Go wake her up.
No, she's
very important.
Hey, babe, just for 1 minute.
What most women especially would perceive the difference is if the person that you're subscribing to, in some personal fashion.
Yeah.
I think if you're just going to subscribe to, like if you go on say you went on OnlyFans and subscribe to a porn star's OnlyFans, I don't think many girls would think that was, if they were okay with you watching porn as a whole, which some girls aren't, and some relationships don't do that. But if you did, then I think that would be different versus like if it's your fucking girl from the gym that and she's got an OnlyFans and there's like potential for a real like interaction.
Yeah, that's it, because the potential's there for something to happen.
Yeah, I think that's what most girls would say is the issue with that.
Yeah. What? You're mute, Fouad.
Yeah, I know. 1 second. Okay, let's find out.
Oh, yes, it's Summer.
So we decided that
Don't ask Summer.
it's not cheating if you
Yeah.
look at if you
No,
look
yeah.
at, just
Word
shut up,
different.
shut up for a minute. Just shut up for a minute. So if I'm looking
Let him
at
dig a hole.
just shut the fuck up.
Watch him. He's gonna dig it.
It's gonna get punched right in the face.
Okay. If I'm looking at porn, and let's say I search for some porn star and I'm looking at porn and I get off on it, that's not cheating, right? Let's say I look for a different porn star, but she's on OnlyFans and I pay for it. Is that cheating? Yes. So if I pay for it, it's cheating. If I get it for free, it's okay.
Mike's right.
Well, I know you don't like it either way, but you said one's cheating. So I'm saying, like, basically, you're
Mike
saying,
is
We didn't ask you what you like.
That's what most girls would probably consider it. Absolutely.
wait a minute. What? Why does it change things if I pay for it?
You're giving another girl your money.
No,
Yeah.
no. But I could be searching for a specific porn star on Pornhub. It's free. Let's say I search for another specific porn star on OnlyFans. It's now
She's
it's
going through your search history for
still
sure.
somebody else. She's not going through my search history.
Abort. Abort. Abort.
Clear your history, Fouad.
Abort.
He's not even talking to anybody on the other side.
Mike,
Yeah.
Mike's like abort.
Pull the plug on everything, man. We're not even here. Pull the plug.
Yeah. Just pull a plug out your computer plug out of the wall.
Pretend the power went out.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gone.
They made me say that. They made me say that.
She's just standing here this whole time.
You're
It was a bet. It was a bet.
You're like, I
Wait,
agree
wait
with
a
you,
minute.
babe. Those guys, though.
You're right, Summer. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Dirtbags.
These guys seem to think
Well,
it's okay.
losers, huh? These guys are losers.
She's fucking dying over here. Okay, can you hear me, please? Please. Okay, what's a porn star's name? Give me a porn star's name.
But what's the
I'm blanking out right
Just
now.
1 second.
Jenna Jameson.
Jenna Jameson.
Old
Yeah.
school. Old school.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Jenna Jameson. So I go on Pornhub, I type in Jenna Jameson, and I jerk off. Then I go to OnlyFans and I pay for Jenna Jameson and I jerk off. Why is it cheating?
We get a microphone on her.
She said it's not cheating, but it's worse if you pay for it. It makes no sense.
okay?
I would be more upset if I pay. I'd be like,
Because you know what it
I'd
is?
be like, you
Because it's more
stupid
personal.
asshole. I'm married to you. You're wasting our money. You could have got it for free.
Yeah.
You're
That's
giving
what I would
another
think.
girl your money is what it is.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be. I wouldn't be worse. Like,
It's like buying another girl a coffee at like the fucking Starbucks, you know?
yeah.
That's a weird comparison.
But it's like spending $6. I was just trying to think, like, what's
Every guy
She said
tomorrow's
it
like, I
feels-
would never buy a girl cup.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that either, man.
She said it
I would
feels
watch porn or I
sneakier.
wouldn't buy a girl.
I'm just
cup.
trying to think what's like $6 or $10 like a membership cost. It's like buying a drink at a bar or buying a, a
Oh,
coffee.
okay. Now I
She
see.
said it. She said it feels sneakier if you're paying for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
How's
but
it
what if you
sneakier?
tell her
Now
about it?
it's
If you
going
tell her
on my
about it, it's not
credit card.
sneaky.
If I didn't pay for it, you would never know.
Yeah.
Because I get better interaction if I pay for it.
Oh,
That-
Oh,
you
now
should say
see,
that.
now there you
Should
dug
say that.
yourself a hole.
You shouldn't have said that, Fouad. You meant
You're 6 feet deep now, man.
no
Mike's like,
interaction.
you just,
There's
Mike's
no interaction. Zero interaction
Mike's
ever.
like you just
listen.
dug-
We'll tell you what
Mike's-
to say.
We'll tell you. Just listen to us. Listen to us. Repeat as Paul says.
Just tell you love her.
Just start filling in the hole, Summer. Just fucking.
Mike's
Kicking
like,
the
you just dug
dirt in.
yourself a hole. Shut up. No, I didn't. I don't listen. I know there's different tiers of shit you can pay for. So I'm saying like
How do you know that?
because I've seen all the shit
Yeah.
that they
But
do.
it's like, I don't watch porn.
I've never just chill out. So you guys, I'm getting in trouble. We gotta get.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I
I
gotta let
told
you
you to
guys go.
abort this.
I gotta let you guys go.
I gotta go, guys. My wife's telling me to get off.
I'll call you guys tomorrow.
It's not just sneakier. It does make it
Why does it change things?
because if you can interact.
No, not interact. Like, let's say I'm not interacting. Like,
You just
me
get
and her are
exclusive
talking.
content.
Let's say I'm just getting exclusive content. It's
I'm
better
just getting
than the
really
I
dirty
got
stuff.
on-
That's all.
It's better than the stuff I got on Pornhub.
Anything you want.
She said if it's anything beyond Pornhub, it's a problem.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
That's what I just said. Pornhub is not cheating.
Yeah.
Like, let's say on Pornhub, she's doing anal but on OnlyFans, she's doing DP.
Right. Now, would that be okay?
She doesn't.
So that's okay, right?
You need the witness. You need the witness.
She's gonna divorce me in 5 minutes. We gotta stop this conversation.
Yeah.
So anyway, long weekend coming up.
So
you guys have plans?
That real estate market.
All right, this is what we decided before you came in, and I think Ian's right, because I think none of that matters, because it's a porn star that you could have got for free or paid for. So in my opinion, neither one is cheating. What Ian said made sense. Is if you're paying for somebody you know, then it's cheating. She agrees.
Yeah.
But, okay, interaction. But there's different tiers with interaction.
Well, I think there's shit they do, like you can pay to like talk to them and shit.
But even if you're not, I think if you know the person,
Yeah,
that's
we already know that. We already established that. We already established that if there's interaction, it's cheating. What we were trying to say is, like, women get offended by OnlyFans, but we're like, why? If you're still just looking at photos, but you paid for them, why would it be offensive?
I'm just jerking off the
It's like
people.
it's like buying a magazine.
Yeah. Paul's dating himself here.
Wait. She's making. What did he say?
Like
All
buying a
damn
magazine.
hustlers.
He was my hustler of '99.
Summer just brought
Swank.
up a good point. Summer just brought up a good point. You could be paying for OnlyFans of somebody you don't know, but eventually end up interacting with them, where that wouldn't happen on Pornhub.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay, sure, that's fair.
Paul said that would never happen.
Well, you could literally be on Pornhub whacking it to the same girl for years, and then you see her one day. Oh my god! Like
Mike's
the
right.
same thing.
Mike's right.
Yeah.
Mike's
good
right.
point,
There's a
Mike.
lot of guys. If you see those AVN, like the adult video
right.
award things, you see these creepy dudes come up and they're like, "You're my favorite actress," and they're like, "Holy fuck!" Like,
Mike said that you
Yeah.
could be jerking off to a porn star on Pornhub for years and then run into them somewhere, like in Vegas.
purposely at an award show.
Yeah.
She said it's unlikely, so it's okay.
Okay.
Let's just
Highly
take the
unlikely.
victory. Can we take the victory while we can and
Yeah.
move on?
Yeah, she's gonna take that away from you pretty soon too, Fouad, if you keep going. Number porn.
I know. We're gonna move on, Summer. We're gonna...
I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry.
she said you should move on now. Thank you for your help.
Bye, Summer.
I love you. I love you.
They said bye. They said bye, and they love you.
Bye.
Okay.
Never do that again.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Is taking trend and taking tests the same thing? What's the difference? Sorry if
A
that's
lot.
A little
sorry.
different.
A lot.
Wait. Before you guys ridicule him, he said, "Sorry if that's a stupid question."
Just understand it's a lot.
Yeah.
Different in months in jail or years in jail.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I'm not a steroid expert, so I'm not going to sit here and explain the scientific difference, but I will explain the difference of the feeling. One, I mean, look, it's hard to say because depends on the dose
And the person.
and the person. So you can't be like, well, you're going to do this for sure, because that's not necessarily true. Like, are you gonna beat the shit out of somebody for no reason? If you're taking 1,000 milligrams a week and you're already an angry person, probably.
That's what I'm about to say. If you're already a dick, it's not going to help
Yeah.
your cause.
Yeah.
You're-
It has a tendency to make people angry.
I guess we could say
Angry people angrier.
I guess we
Yeah.
could say some obvious things. It's going to make.
Isn't it one of the only steroids that, like, I think breaks the blood-brain barrier and actually affects, like, how you think and what you do?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure.
This
Yeah.
trend we're talking about?
Yeah.
Huh, I didn't know that.
Someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's true.
That would explain a lot of the anxiety issues and that come with it, though.
I'm going to leave this one alone because I'm not a steroid expert. I'll just say that it has a tendency to make you very aggressive.
That's John do it. Fuck off.
Has a tendency to fuck with your anxiety. It has a tendency to cause you to lose sleep and sweat a lot.
Yeah.
All these side effects, and it tends to be a harsher drug on your body. All those things are more so than test.
But it's a great drug.
See that.
All that being said,
Yeah.
It's the
I
fucking
haven't-
best.
I haven't used Tren in a long time, but when I did, my wife would always know it right away. She'd
Oh,
like, you're on Tren again, aren't you? She'd just be a dick.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. The fuck you accuse me of?
fucking pro chat. Fuck.
If there's one Olympia title you can take away from someone and give it to the second place guy, which year would you choose?
Oh, fuck that shit. I mean, I'll say it because it's a popular opinion is Victor in 07.
That's what I was gonna say too.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say that too.
I think Jay would like still obviously think he win, but you know, I think that was one of the most popular.
What year was it when there was that controversy between Nasser and Dorian?
97.
Everyone thought
7.
When Dorian had a torn bicep.
I could see that
Yeah.
too. I could see that one too.
Yeah.
Dorian's
yeah,
stomach,
I like Nasser a lot.
Dorian's
Nasser
stomach was
that year.
yeah, Dorian's stomach was bigger than it had ever been that year. He had a torn bicep. His really just he won the back shots.
And Dorian was just at his Nasser was at his best. Yeah.
Yep.
If you could go back in time, pick one Mr. O competition to compete in when you were in your prime year, which year would you pick? I'd go back to like the 70s so I could win, spank all their asses.
Small ass bitches.
When did Iain know he was gay? Was there a coming to like gayness moment where you're like, I think I can feel it?
I think you just always know deep inside you, you know.
There's always
It's not a thought, it's a feeling.
Yeah.
Are we entering into another golden era of bodybuilding? Crazy competitive pro shows, pro qualifiers getting deeper and making it harder to qualify for Olympia? I would say no, but I'm the old guy, so I don't know if I count.
I think bodybuilders.
I would say I hope so.
I'd say bodybuilders. I think it's on the uprise from a few years prior, but how far that's going to go is yet to be determined.
I really hate the term golden era.
I think the sport has changed too much.
Yeah, I just look at golden era in terms of like a new era, like pinnacle era of the sport. Like, you know, like I think, you know, certain that in the 70s, I think that in the mid 90s, I think that like late, you know, early 2000s with Ronnie, some of the Phil years, you know, like some of these like crazy years where there was like Phil, Kai, all of these guys, or in the 90s, like Nasser, Dor, you know, Ronnie, these kind of things. So
I was
think
with you.
getting back into a very good competitive where you're getting deep lineups and a big competitive Olympia, yes. And that I think we are, you know, you're getting new guys that are fucking freaks like Derek and Andrew and Samson, these guys coming out of the woodwork. I mean, there's just a lot of impressive talent right now that I think is still got a lot of improvement to show as well.
So I look at golden era as one.
Okay, yeah. If you're looking at the golden era, the 70s.
I don't look at like golden era as like multiple golden eras. I look at it like what is the golden era, and the rest are just good years. Because bodybuilding is very cyclical, right? You get like a few years of like, okay, there's a lull, and then you get, okay, hey, there's a bunch of good guys on, you know,
like all competitive things.
Like all competitive sports. So to me, the golden era is the 70s. That's when Arnold made it popular. It became like a lot of people knew about it, and it became more socially known.
Yeah.
You know, I think you're going to see some great Olympias and Arnolds in the next few years. I think you have I think there's been a huge influx of young talent right now. That's probably the best it's been in a while. But I think that there's so many shows now that it kind of waters down the shows a little bit now. Like, and so for that reason, for me, it's not the same era.
I don't even think that's true, man.
Like, look at the New York, for example, coming up. Like, not
Guys,
to disrespect anyone, but
I'm sorry. I'm
it's
sorry.
a big lineup.
I'm sorry, man. Look at the top 10 from the last Olympia. And pick a top 10 in the teens, pick a top 10 in the fucking early 2000s, pick a top 10 in the 90s. There's always great fucking bodybuilders.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, this era is better than the last one. No, there isn't. There's like Nick, Hottie, Derek, Samson. Okay, fine. I go Flex, Dorian, Kevin Levrone, Sean Ray. In the 2000s, I go Jay, Ronnie, Dennis Wolf. Fucking there's always
Kai Green, Phil
there's always fucking great bodybuilders. It's not this whole like this era is better than that era, but is bullshit. There's
people's bias as to who they look
bias to whatever they feel.
Yeah, like they looked up to those people, so they judge them as like they hold them to a higher esteem than. Whereas kids coming up now would hold Chris, like Bumstead, to a higher.
I interpreted the question just as is bodybuilding on an upswing essentially right now, and
I think yes.
You know, just like you know, there was like a slight lull kind of when I started competing, and it just come from that like 2006 to 8, 10 years, you know, and then it lulled a bit in like 15 to 18, 20, and then it's kind of coming back again. I think
I agree. I agree with that. Now, the only thing I will say, golden era wise, right? I feel like there could be two, only because of the change in culture. So you could say the late 70s, because Arnold, you know, pumping iron and all that came out and it
Put it on the map.
made people go, oh,
Brilliant.
fuck, there's this fitness thing, right?
Right.
But then I would also say the late teens or even early 2020s, because then you go Chris Bumstead, the advent of social media, and all of a sudden all of these fucking kids going, oh, I got to bring a tripod to the gym and I want to be sponsored and I want to be like, it's created like another wave of like more
that excitement for
yeah.
Yeah.
More people. Like
It's almost like you wonder if there's going to be more excitement though for, like you're saying, like how Chris has been that magnet that's drawing people to it, right? It's going to be like bodybuilding's still going to take a little bit of dip, and classic and things like that are really going to start pushing, right?
I think that's happening right now.
Well, no. But wait a minute. I understand that, but I'm looking at the era as kind of the fitness era. I'm not looking at just bodybuilding, right?
Yeah.
So I look at Arnold as a catalyst. Arnold was a catalyst for a lot of people to go, oh, fuck, there's this thing over here. People go to the gym. And a whole bunch of people were like seeing action figures and he's in Commando and Predator. And they're like, I want to go work out and get buff. And now it's kind of the same thing with Instagram and YouTube and everything. And Chris, you get all these kids that are like buzzing their hair into fucking mullets and shaving and mustaches and going.
Mustaches. How many mustaches you see now to show?
And they're bringing their own fucking tripod to the gym. Go, I'm going to be Chris Bumstead. It's like, it's kind of like another wave of like popularity for the entire sport.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know.
The influence he's had,
okay, we're over. I'm sure Iain wants to go to bed. Mike,
no, I'm good.
You're good? Mike, are you good for a couple more?
I'm good.
How do you become or choose a hostile athlete besides the obvious of growing your own socials, repping, supporting? I look for people who want to work and don't make excuses. End of story. Carb powder or pump powder on a budget? Pump powder.
On a budget?
If you could only buy one or the other, which one are you going to buy?
Yeah,
I love pre-workouts, so I buy a pump powder.
I would get a pump because like you can just
I would just
you can eat your carbs.
Yeah, you'd eat more carbs, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I'm sore for 5. No. What are some if
I don't know why my head just went somewhere else. You're talking about the porn shit before. I was like, oh, sore for 5 days.
How many inches would you cut off of each one added 5 pounds of muscle mass? I don't know what that means.
What?
How many inches would you cut off your dick if each one added 5 pounds of muscle mass? For only 5, none, 0.
He was like, I actually sent that one in. Let me tell you.
You had that answer right out there, Ian. You're ready for that.
Fuck that shit. No way. For 5 pounds?
I thought you were fucking well endowed. What are you going to afford one or two?
But no, I'm not saying it on that way. I'm saying it on like 5 pounds. It's not going to do anything for my career. It's like,
of course it is. What are you talking about? Give up
from 260 to 265 is going to be so marginal.
No way, man. If you go from 260 to 270, how much bigger? And you get to pick where you put it.
Oh man, I was
losing inches.
I think my physique was as much or more competitive when I was 250 than 265. Like I don't think it. Yeah, I think even Jay Cutler would say that his best weights were in his 250s, not in his 260s and 270s.
I
don't think that the weight, 5 pounds of more muscle, is going to make me better per se.
Well, it's fine. Everybody's got their own opinion. I would give up 2 inches for 10 pounds.
Melissa already told you I had a fucking 30-inch dick. Remember?
No, she said it was girthy. She didn't say it was long.
No, how long did she say it was?
She didn't say it was long.
She did. Remember how the conversation started?
No.
You were saying it, and then she's like, he's got a 9-inch dick, you know, and then you held the book up to your head. You're like, no, he doesn't. Does he actually have
Yeah.
You're like, are you fucking serious?
But then I said,
no, then I was like, Melissa, stop. Don't lie to him.
Yeah, but then I said, is it long and girthy or just one or the other?
Like a stick?
And she said, it's just girthy.
That's not what she said.
Well, it's long regardless, man. Whether it's girthy or not.
I don't believe it's 9 inches. I need to see. I don't want to see proof. But
I'm not saying it is either.
But you gotta have girth and length, anyways.
Melissa seems like the kind of woman who will always back her man to the 100%. Highest.
That's the highest, exactly like, what she was doing.
Yeah,
like she would be like, it's 15 inches just to like back him up.
It's actually running down his leg right now.
Yeah.
She would
100% do that.
Why do black guys take my girl?
You got a problem.
I swear to God, it says
We flowed from one question right into the appropriate.
Yeah.
Because they're 9-inch turkey.
Let's skip that one. One at a time. What would each member be doing as their full-time job if they didn't go down the bodybuilding route? We've done this before.
Fuck that.
I was going to be a cop in high school before I left school. Paul's a border agent.
Yeah.
Ian would have been a salesperson.
Crack dealer.
Mike is a bodyguard.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried hitting on any of your friends' hot moms when you were a teenager or even young adult?
No.
I didn't have any hot moms.
I had no fucking like wheels at all, especially for a mom.
Yeah, I never had any MILF fetish.
I don't remember.
things.
Yeah, I had a MILF fetish. I just don't remember having any MILF.
Yeah,
Like
you're
for-
definitely a MILF fetish kind of guy.
Yeah. You knew that, eh? Yeah.
That goes hand in hand with the guys that search big boobies, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Big sloppy
Big boobies.
Mommy,
Yeah.
mommy milkers.
How do you know? How do you know? How do you know I don't like a big ass too?
Well, maybe you do, but you specifically said you were searching big boobs.
Well, sometimes I search big boobs and big ass.
Why wasn't this
on a MILF?
I was just saying
BBWs.
that big boobs go along with MILFs.
Why is that? I want to know why I'm the MILF guy.
Because when they've like had those like that influx of breast milk and their big
Yeah.
fat fucking titties, you know?
Yeah.
Gorged.
Big gorged.
That's why every time.
Fat fucking titties.
Big
Yeah.
gorged.
MILF bags.
That's why every time I'm looking at porn, it's always old chicks that come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got those
They've
fucking-
learned your preferences and they're sending
They
you
got those
requests.
milkers. They
Your
got them all.
algorithms.
Yeah, the algorithm's got you, man.
You don't like the. You don't like the.
No,
you don't.
too
Wait a minute.
well now.
Wait a minute. You guys don't like the mature category?
That's not my
Yeah.
thing.
No,
No.
both of you, all three of you. No,
No.
I don't mind a little bit of mature action here and there.
I'm not saying
Yeah, I'm- I guess
How
that-
mature?
Yeah.
How mature are we talking?
Well, I'm not talking like I'm not
Like
talking like
grandmas.
Because we're all pretty mature here, so you have to go a little higher.
Are you talking
no.
Grandma porn.
No, like our level, our level.
Well,
Like
I'm only
40?
32.
Oh, Ian, you're
Don't bring Ian up to our level of horrible age.
I'm 50. I'm not looking at anything 50.
Yeah, I'm looking plus 40. Plus
You
40.
don't look 50. That's pretty fucked up. I didn't know you were 50.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. Fouad says I look way older.
Well, you have a white beard. You do look 50. Mike's
If
just
I
being
did-
nice.
Oh, I thought he was like mid 40s.
I thought
I'll
you guys
take
were
that.
like- For some reason, I thought you guys were like the same age and like went to high
It's
school.
like I thought you were 28,
No.
Paul.
Well, I was hoping late 30s, but I'll take mid 40s.
Like 30.
Okay, can we go back, please? I need to understand something.
You like MILFs. We get it.
Yeah,
Let's just move on,
big
man.
boobs, big milk bags.
What are your most used non-typical kitchen gadgets? Non-typical.
Meat masher.
What gets used the least?
No, the most. Like
No,
what's
the
something that no
most.
people wouldn't
Oh.
have that
But
you
it's
use.
non-typical, not like a rice cooker or a spatula or like non-typical.
I mash up all my food. With
Do
a
you?
fucking masher. Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Like
I
after
got
it's
it from
cooked?
Stan Efforting. I got it from Stan Efforting. It's like mash all that shit up.
Monster mash. That's what he calls it, isn't it?
Yeah, fucking get that food down in no time.
Just because it's easier to digest that way, because it's broken down, kind of.
It's all mixed together.
It's just easier to eat too.
Oh,
Just
okay.
bang it down there.
With a spoon, you know?
There we go. Fucking Jesus
I'm not going to
Christ.
start mashing everything, Fouad.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Just asking because I'm
I'm gonna
curious.
send you one. I'm gonna send you
Yeah.
one.
I think I might have one.
Mike, I swear to God. I
I'm
swear
gonna
to
send you a
God.
really good one too.
I might
Not
try
the
it, see
shitty
how it
Amazon one.
He went from I'm not going to do it. I might try it.
Let's see how it works. I'm always open to something new, Fouad.
Every fucking time someone tells him how they eat, he's got to fucking be like, that's
Hey,
a pretty
I'm always
pretty good idea.
open to picking up new tips.
Yeah, but you're 50 fucking years old. You haven't
Yeah,
figured
I
out
can
how
still be
much-
better.
That's a man that's looking to just keep,
Yeah,
personal growth.
yeah. When you're content, Fouad, you never get better anymore.
Yeah, but you never
Always looking
thought
to
of
get
you
better.
never thought of mashing your food like that's a new thing.
No, I never thought of mashing my food. No.
Like when
You
you're
know,
eating,
masher.
like when you're eating Thanksgiving dinner and it's like turkey and like mashed potatoes and peas and shit. You never just like mash it all together and fucking eat it?
No, I usually eat everything separately.
Huh.
Yeah.
I used to do that too as a kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a masher.
It just kills me. Okay.
I start
He's having a real moment right now. I don't know what I've been doing.
I'm weird, I guess. I don't know.
Ian, if you tell him how you eat and it's not mashing, he's going to be completely conflicted now. Do I do what Mike does, or do I do what Ian does?
I might try
definitely do
one
what
of
Ian
each.
does. Don't do what I do.
I might try a meal of Mike's, a meal of Ian's.
That's what you're going to do.
See what I like the best.
But the best part about it is, a week from now, he'll go back to doing what Paul does.
Yeah. I always fall back. I'm a man of routine. I always fall back to my routine.
Not really too comfortable with this mashing anymore.
I tried it. It's not for me. That's all.
It's like the oat milk. How long did the oat milk fiasco
I'm
last?
back on it, Fouad. So I was
No,
getting
you're
acid reflux
not.
again. Yeah, I was getting acid reflux again. So I got off the dairy again.
Jesus Christ. I thought we were done with the oat milk.
No, it's back.
Just want to hear Big Mike talk about vulture bikini coaches.
Oh, fuck. Don't get all that again. You'll have to edit it all out.
Weirdest thing you've seen guys eat before getting on stage. My last show, this guy chugged a bottle of A1 steak sauce.
That's a new one. I've never heard that
I've
before.
never seen that.
He's just dying for that the whole prep. He's like, fuck
Yeah.
it.
Imagine that with
That's
no
why
water
that
for.
his head so hard to do that. He's like, yeah, this sugar, this is gonna be good. I want it so bad, you know.
That'd be
I
brutal.
haven't seen anything totally weird. Usually peanut butter, honey,
Yeah.
jam,
Some kind
Pie-
of cookies or snacks or like things like that. Like
pie filling was a
Someone
thing
pulls
back
out a
in the day.
charcuterie board. They're just eating meat.
I
Oh,
feel
hilarious.
with
That'd be awesome.
with some
Some
like jams
kielbasa.
and olives and preserves and like, you know.
I
You
felt
gotta
so,
try this fig jam. It's amazing.
Yeah. That'd be pretty good though.
I felt so bad for Ian at the fucking dinner. So they brought all appetizers, and I think he was talking to Melissa. And I looked to the right, and there's a massive charcuterie
Slap
board,
right in front of me.
and it was like it was all like great meats and cheeses, and
Like my thing.
he looks to the
Oh,
right.
is
And
it?
he's like, I was fine till that showed up. I was like,
We'll go back there when you're after the show.
Yeah,
For
we
sure.
gotta go back.
Yeah.
But like I said to you, Fouad, it's like there's something extra fat burning about embracing that suck in a restaurant. Like when you feel
I agree with you.
and it's like you get even hungrier and you're craving, but you resist it. You're like, I just fucking got so much leaner, you know?
I
Yeah,
totally
for
agree
sure.
with you. I've done it. I went to a kid's. It was like a kid's birthday party they had at a bowling alley, and they had all these fucking king size pizzas out.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and I'm hungry, but now I'm in pain. I'm so hungry because there's a pizza sitting right there.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
my-
this happens to me weekly, man. Like Melissa, like my parents or her parents, they come over. She cooks them like crazy food just for Mother's Day. We did 2 dinners this weekend. They
I
just
couldn't
fucking
do it. I couldn't
she
do it.
cooked up
weekly.
a storm of like sick food. You know,
No, fuck that. That was one time during the prep. I'm like, I'm never going out again.
this will
I'm
be
never-
like bi-weekly for me at least.
No, fuck that. There's no way. There's no way. But I do know how you feel because I went home that day after resisting all that pizza, and I was like, I'm definitely more fucking shredded now.
Yeah.
I probably
Yeah.
wasn't. I was probably just in pain for
Yeah.
being hungry. But
After that, and like the anxiety of getting like the guest posing and like shaking off the rust from the Olympia and like getting back up there, I swear I lost like 10 pounds of water when I came home. I just like look so much better this morning. I'm like, oh, good now. You
from
know,
being
like,
relaxed, yeah.
just all relaxed. I'm like, poof, you know.
You could pick one superpower, but someone else on the pod has to pick the weakness.
What?
I don't get it.
So it's like I get to fly, but then you, Fouad, get to be a dickhead and pick what my weakness is, you know?
Oh, okay. I like that. So, Paul, what are you going to pick? What's your strength?
My strength? Superhuman strength.
Superhuman strength?
Yeah.
But I get to
like
pick
the
your
Hulk.
weakness.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
his weakness?
We have no feet.
I'd be so strong, I'd walk on my hands. I'd be fine with that.
No. You cry all the time. You cry all the time.
That's fine. That's
No matter
fine.
what.
I don't care. I'll
All
be strong
every day.
myself.
Every day you cry.
Uncontrollably sobbing everywhere you go.
Yeah.
For how long?
The whole
So
time.
strong.
The whole day.
I'm so
I'm
strong.
so strong.
This is literally like a script for like a Japanese fucking anime of like some
Yeah, really, yeah.
cries constantly, but he's like the strongest person ever, you know?
The tortured strong
I
man.
will take invisible. I want to be invisible.
I'll be invisible.
But you have uncontrollable flatulence.
So everyone can smell you, but they can't see you.
So they know where you are
fucking
all the
Fouad.
time.
They'll hear you and smell you, but never see you. That would be fucking hilarious.
Like fucking Fouad again.
That was
It's
good.
loud. It's loud. It's not like silent farts. You're blowing them out everywhere. So you can't sneak up on people in a room. Where was that?
That would be hilarious.
That's so fucking funny. Oh my god! Speaking of, do you guys remember that guy's fucking pig story from the restaurant?
Oh, that was hilarious.
That was I was dying.
Chase,
I literally
that was
couldn't
Chase.
breathe. At the time, I was like a little baked, and this guy's story, he was so animated. He was like fucking Jim
My
Carrey.
girlfriend was like choking to death in the corner. She was laughing so hard.
Oh my god!
The pig was fucking the ball.
Yeah.
I
think
Fucks its ball outside in the yard, and then
He's like
by
this fucking pig. Sometimes you just gotta fucking punch it in the head, you know?
Yeah, because the
he's like,
pig
it's
fucks with
fucking
him.
the ball. And he's like, after it was done, like, there's a snake skin all over it.
That was Chase, and he's that animated all the time.
Yeah.
But he's
So
funny, man.
fucking funny, man.
Yeah, and it's I was sitting next to Ian. Ian comes a little baked. His eyes were gone. He was laughing at everything. And every time Chase would talk, he'd look at me, he'd be like, "Is this fucking really happening?" And I'm like,
I was looking at you. I was like, "Is this guy telling a story to get a ruse out of me, or is this a true story?" It was so outlandish.
He's
The
just,
story and how he
he's
was
just
telling
fucking
it.
with you.
Fucking, that was one of the funniest stories I've ever heard.
if you could live in the body of any current or past bodybuilder, who would it be and why? I don't want to live. I don't want to live in anybody else's body.
I'd like to feel what it feel what it is to look at yourself when you look like Flex Wheeler, like primetime Flex Wheeler in the mirror, and be like, "Holy fuck, I look like this."
Dude,
you know,
probably the same way it looks to look at you yourself right now.
I'll probably but like if I change like that for a day, it wouldn't. My perception wouldn't be all fucked up, you know.
Yeah. Do you have to have the person's mentality too? Because I don't think Flex was a secure person.
No, I'm saying I just get my mind with his body for a day, you know.
Okay.
Because if you had his body for a year or 10 years, then
I'd like to be. You know what? You're right. I'd like to be Ronnie Coleman for.
I was going to say that.
That would be fucking awesome.
I'd be 2003 Ronnie for an entire year. I want that all.
Just walking out, look at yourself in the mirror, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Is this?
Or like primetime Marcus Rule for a year, you know.
Ronnie, I want to be able to.
Or Dennis James. I actually really like how Dennis James looked.
I want to drive in my fucking whatever car to Black Eyed Pea and flick stuff, or Outback Steakhouse and flick shit all over the table. And then I want to go to the gym and squat fucking 8 plates like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Or it's like, I want to be Ronnie.
I want to be Jay.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like the hair and stuff. I'm like, dude,
the
nice look going on. I'd like to look like Jay.
The hair and stuff.
The headband. Yeah. The headband back in the day.
Yeah, the headband. Yeah, for sure.
You want to have the hair over being Ronnie Coleman?
I mean, Jay was still fucking humongous.
Jay's a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
Ronnie wasn't.
There you go.
Not that Ronnie wasn't.
Cole's just thinking of how much pussy you could get in that year. You know?
Yeah. If I was Jay Cutler.
Jay's not fucking nobody. He's still 290 fucking pounds. No girls.
Yeah. Well, I want that size too. Yeah.
But the looks don't matter. Like girls aren't like, oh, he's really good looking. No, they're like, he's giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
If you're gonna be that huge, you might as well be good looking too, you know?
Yeah, but if you're gonna be that huge, you're fucking groupie pussy. And if you're fucking groupie pussy, I got 8 Olympias.
Yeah.
True. But I don't know.
You're runner up, man.
I was like, I was like Jay's overall look though, with the face, the hair, the body.
So you're gonna be Jay, so you can try and fuck and have muscle.
Not necessarily to fuck, just because I think he looks good.
He just wants to be super duper handsome and huge.
Yeah, exactly. Or Gunter Schlurkamp back in the day.
Yeah. Do some fucking movies.
Are you you're just picking your man crushes?
No, I'm just saying. I think if I'm gonna be huge, I want to be good looking too.
A lot of beautiful blonde men you're picking here. Ian, be careful. He's right beside you on the screen.
Yeah, you're up there too, Ian.
Who's next? Chris Cook? Are you gonna go down the list?
Chris Cook? Yeah. Well, no, that's a little too blonde for me.
Little Lee Priest, huh?
Lee Priest? Well, if I'm just
don't say it.
He wasn't blonde, but Dennis Newman was a fucking beauty too when he was
he was a good looking guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a handsome motherfucker right there. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do one more, and then we'll go.
Yeah.
When dating a new girl, how long do you wait to tell her your kinks? I don't tell her my kinks. I just let her find out as they happen.
Just gotta, it's
Yeah,
gotta be. Gotta be organic.
yeah. I mean, you know, like you don't.
Well, I just mean like, what are you gonna do? Like, hey, so this is a list of all the things I'm fucked up about, like that are fucked up about me.
You know what? They'll bet you nowadays with online dating, that's you probably do talk about that stuff more beforehand now.
The consent
When you met your wife, what was the first kink you told, like weird thing about you that you told her about?
Sexual?
After the
Oh,
pantyhose.
it doesn't have to be. What?
What was
After
that? Sorry.
The pantyhose.
No, but seriously, like, it doesn't have to be sexual. If there's a weird thing about you, what is the first time you expressed it to your wife, or did you just let her find out all these things?
Just let her find out all these things.
You didn't actually say to her, like, I kind of do this.
See how she rolls with the punches, you know?
Yeah. No, I never.
Better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission.
Yeah,
I know,
for sure.
Right? I'm trying to think because I usually tell quite a bit. That's just my anxiety. I usually like come out with it. So I'm trying to think if actually, that's true. That's one right there. I told her about my anxiety before we ever went out.
Yeah.
I told her, I'm anxious. Sometimes if I go to a restaurant, I got to fucking bail out.
And I love fucking big old titties.
I love big fat titties.
I didn't tell her that right away. I waited a little bit to tell her that.
And then I showed her my search history on my Pornhub.
How much trouble am I going to get?
Any of this freak you out?
You cut all this up, Fouad.
Well, she was sitting here for the shit. How would you?
You can't cut it out.
Yeah, but just tell her we were asking.
Yeah, I'll tell her it's all your fault.
Us three shined in that time.
Don't tell her me though.
All right, boys. I got to go to New York tomorrow. I'm out.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I will talk to you guys. Yeah, we'll catch up next week.
Yeah.
When you're going to Toronto?
I'll be there.
Yes. Yes.
When are you going?
I'm going on Saturday. Paul's going on Thursday.
I'm going Friday.
Oh, you're
Friday
Friday.
I'm going Friday to Monday. The pro show's Sunday, right, Ian?
Sunday. Mike, you want to train that week before? I'm getting in on Wednesday.
Yep.
Okay.
Why didn't you ask me?
Because you said you wouldn't be there till Saturday, dumbass. That's why I asked you.
Well, I'll come Wednesday so I can train with you.
I actually asked you first.
Oh, fuck.
If you come Wednesday, then yes, let's train. Absolutely.
I'm going to come Wednesday so Mike can watch me shine during a workout.
You and me, that'll be a good video. We'll train.
That would be a good video.
Come on Wednesday, we'll all train.
No, it won't. It'll be
we'll all train.
the big fucking strong guy and the little fucking fat old man.
I'm going to be fucking 3 days out.
Yeah, that's true. I could probably hang at that point.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
He's all depleted and dehydrated. I'm like,
yeah, you could probably bury him, Fouad.
I'll bury him for sure.
Maybe not.
Ian's
Maybe
like,
not.
no,
CD and trade a couple days out now.
Ian's like, don't get carried away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end up like fucking tearing a pec trying to just like kill.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, I was gonna come on Saturday, but I'm fucking more than happy to come early if we're just gonna hang out and support system and all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be around. So I mean, I'll probably train Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, not Saturday, Sunday.
Where are you gonna try? Are you staying downtown? Where's the show at? Near the Delta, right?
Yeah, I'm staying at the Residence Inn that's like just right around the corner.
So where are you gonna train at?
Fitness there's a through Fitness 365 right there.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that where you're gonna train at 365, or are you gonna go somewhere else?
I'll train anyway. I'll train at fucking Fit for Less. I don't give a shit.
Okay. All right, we'll figure it out. I'll talk to you guys next week, though.
All right, we'll see you. Enjoy New York.
Okay, boys, take it easy.
See you guys.